for the thousands in attendance and the millions watching around the world. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble!
Yeah. What's up? This our boy Coach Malachi Williams in the building. We back. New media today, USA Boxing. Yes, sir. We rocking the day, y'all. We rocking the day. You know what I mean? Let me shut down some of these windows. These things I have on here. As a matter of fact, I probably need to. I have something plugged up on here. I think I need to. No, I'm good. I think I'm good. I'm good. All right. Yeah. What's up? What's going on, everybody, man? I'm just trying to get everything together right here for a minute. Bear with me for a moment. Trying to make sure that we have a nice, good, clean feed. I don't have too many things hooked up. I was trying to get my monitor hooked up, right? Because I have two monitors. You know, I want to start doing a whole lot of screen sharing. You know what I mean? Because when I bang and when I come hard, I like to, come with the receipts. You see what I'm saying? I like to come with receipts and just show everybody. I try to be as transparent as possible. So I have one monitor here and I have one monitor over there. So once I get them set up, I'm going to be able to just dissect and break things down a whole lot better. You know what I mean? Because we have a lot of people who you need some clarity sometimes. You need a lot of clarity sometimes. You know what I mean? And some of these guys, they slow as hell. They really are slow. You know what I mean? But it is what it is, man. What's up, everybody, man? Let me give a shout out to everybody who's here. Shout out to Just Blaze. What's going on, fam? Shout out to Shane Mobley. Shout out to Richard, my brother. Shout out to Richard. Shout out to Ignorant Boxing. You see what I'm saying? Shout out to KB. Hold on. What did I miss somebody? Oh, okay. All right. Shout out to the D5. You see what I'm saying? Shout out to my sister Lisa Bales. Round of applause for Lisa Bales. Round of applause for Charlo. Round of applause for KB. Let's see who else we have. Shout out to my sister Karma Serene. Karma Serene, what's going on? Round of applause for Karma Serene. You know what I mean? Round of applause for Karma Serene. You see what I'm saying? Karma Serene, we're going to represent for you. That's what we're going to do. You see what I'm saying? Lisa, we're going to represent for you. You know what? Because at the end of the day, you see what I'm saying? Charlo, what's going on, fam? Blu-ray TV, what's going on, fam? Let's see who else we got. Skinny Clown, what's going on? What you say? You say I'm gay. Woo! Hey, but guess what? You're here. You are here. So anyways, it is what it is. As long as you don't get too disrespectful, you won't be blocked. When you get disrespectful, Skinny Clown, and you have the right name, your clown ass will get blocked. Hasta la vista. Bye, Felicia. Anyways, Corn Kid, what's going on? GB Guthrie, what's going on? Heavy Leather, what's going on? Shelton Moore, salute to my co-host Shelton Moore. I'm gonna drop the link in a minute, Shelton, right now. Stephen Tarr, what's going on, fam? White and Do, what's going on? You know what I mean? Let's see who else we have. Exclusive News, Insight, what's going on? Peter Barnos, what's going on, fam? Travis Bryant, sorry about that, what's going on? Who else? Eddie Val, what's going on, fam? New Money DFG, what's going on? You see what I'm saying? And everybody in the chat. Second Ezra, what's going on? And it is what it is. It is what it is. You see what I'm saying? So, dude, I don't even know why this guy's over here. This dude, Skinny Clown. I don't even know why this guy's over here. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know who you was referring to about who's gay or whatever the case may be. But if you don't like the content, it's very easy. It's very easy, bro. It's just like when you're at home, right? And you're at home and you're watching a television, you're watching a certain program, right? If you don't like the channel, what you do? If you don't like what you're watching, you turn the channel. It's simple. I don't force anybody to come over here who don't like it. You know what I mean? I just don't. You know what I mean? So, anyways, shout out to Noonie, what's going on? Stephen Tarr, what's going on, fam? Peter Von Arks once again. Smith the West, what's going on? Hey, my brother Smith the West from the D. Oh, Smith the West, man. That's a cool ass brother right there, man. Tommy Hill, what's going on, man, fam? Let me go ahead and drop the link. But we're gonna get right to it. We're gonna get right to it because I just want to address the topic of the day, the actual topic of the day. I really want to address it, and just see. Let me see what's going on here. What the hell is going on with my? All right, I'm good. So basically, Tyson Fury pretty much said that Deontay Wilder believed his own hype, and you know what I mean, that he couldn't be beat. And I just want to know, does he have a point? The reason why I'm bringing this up, guys, because I did listen to the Radio Rahim interview, Seconds Out interview with Tyson Fury. I also heard the interview with Malik Scott that he did as well. I'm not going to lie, man. I really, really do like Malik Scott. I like him because he's a very articulate brother. He's very smart. He's very sharp. And the more I hear him talk, the more I understand what his strategy is as it relates to his client, Deontay Wilder. His client, he has to really, really psychologically get him there, try to get him back to where he needs to be at. I've seen this movie before, though. You know what I mean? And Tyson Fury made a valid point. Hold on, guys. Let me see something. All right, salute to my brother Shelton Moore in the building. Give him a round of applause. Give my brother a round of applause, Shelton Moore. He is here. He is here. You see what I'm saying? So absolutely.
What's up, Pedro? What's up? What's going on, Coach? Salute to the chat family. What's happening, everybody?
Yes,
hope y'all
sir.
having a great day.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You know what I mean? What I really do like about Malik Scott, we're going to get to the topic, guys. What I really do like about Malik Scott, the more I hear him talk, the more I understand what's going on now as it relates to him, what his job is. Because boxing is like 75, 80% mental. So he's going to have to get Wilder back into that mental state of invincibility. Now, there's something that Tyson Fury said that I totally agree with, because I've seen it happen. I was a fanboy of Mike Tyson, and there's a lot of people who probably was fanboys of Sonny Liston and stuff like that. Guys like Mike Tyson, I love y'all know I love Mike now, like Roy Jones, but definitely like Sonny Liston, George Foreman. They were known as bullies. People were afraid of them before they even stepped in the ring. How I know? If you look at when Deontay Wilder fought Malik Scott was shaking like booty meat before he even stepped in the ring. And then and this is no disrespect to Malik Scott, but I'm just saying. And when he stepped in the ring with Wilder punched him with a two-piece. Both punches landed on Malik Scott's glove. Did not even hit him in the face. He hit the mat, act like he was just so hurt, fake like he was trying to get up, fell back down, try to get up, fell back down. You know what I mean? So when you have, and I've seen fights like that with Mike Tyson when he fought like a Peter McNeely and stuff, he barely hit Peter McNeely. Peter McNeely hit the ground and all that stuff there. So when you are a bully and you have this invincible psychological profile of yourself, mainly because you have people around you who are telling you how great you are, you the best thing since sliced bread, you the greatest boxer of all time, you are the hardest hitting heavyweight in the history of boxing. I mean, how in the hell do you know that Wilder is the hardest hitting heavyweight in the history of boxing if he never fought the George Foreman? He never fought a Mike Tyson. He never fought people who on that level who had chins. And if he was the hardest hitting heavyweight in the sport of boxing, like you say, you would have to have other people that you can measure him up to that had chins like that. Because when you look at a lot of the old school fights, you'll see guys was getting hit, getting knocked down, and they get back up and they finish. Tyson Fury.
Coach.
Go ahead.
Excuse me, Coach. Tell them about the fight I sent you.
Which one? Talking about Holmes.
Holmes Shavers 2.
Holmes Shavers 2. Yeah. Holmes Shavers 2. Yeah. And I looked at Norton as well. So I look at a lot of these old school fights, and and that's what it is. So when you're fighting a bunch of C-class fighters, and this is no disrespect to Deontay Wilder, but his white handlers I have to preface that, right? Because I'm not trying to start anything racial, but I want you guys to understand where I'm going at with this. His white handlers, for the African king, who is pro-black, and we support all black fighters, quote unquote, but your black fighter who you support have two white handlers. So his handlers match make him very well. Put him in the ring with people who was already, afraid and stuff like that. And that's what it was. And a lot of them they got hit one time, two times, hit the ground, and yada, 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 blah, that's quasi. So now, let me go ahead and quote Shelton what Tyson Fury said. And I totally agree with this. So basically in an exclusive interview with Seconds Out, Tyson Fury told Radio Rahim that Deontay Wilder believed his own hype by thinking that he couldn't be beat and that he was unbeatable. Now, the reason why he said that was because Wilder had so many yes men around him and people in his camp who told him that he was invincible, that he couldn't be beat. And, and that he couldn't handle the fact that when he got smashed by a white boy. Now, this is a pro-black guy who loves stirring up racial tension, and his fan base is racist as hell. He has a racist fan base, right? He has a racist fan base. Not all of them, but there's a segment of them that are very racist, right? So they hate white people, they hate blacks from the UK, they just hate anybody who is not that fits the narrative, right? So he have a racist fan base for the not all of them. So if you a supporter of Wilder and you saying I'm not racist, I'm not talking about you. But the shoe don't fit, don't get offended by it. And if you're that sensitive where you're getting offended about something that doesn't fit you, then that's your problem. You see what I'm saying? That's your problem. But this is what it is. So by him having so many yes men around him, you know what I mean? He couldn't handle the fact that he got smashed by a white boy. Period. You see what I'm saying? But this white boy is 6'9", 275 pounds, and he can fight. Malik Scott even admitted that. You see what I'm saying? So basically, it's a tough pill for him to swallow. So Fury also said that the reason why Wilder believed his own hype was because the people around him told him that he had a powerful right hand and that everyone was afraid of him before he even stepped in the ring. Do you understand what I'm saying? This is where I'm going at with this. This is why he couldn't handle defeat when he lost. So basically, Tyson Fury, he kind of explained that throughout history, there were certain fighters of the past who was known as being bullies, like the great Sonny Liston, Hall of Famer, the great George Foreman, RIP to Sonny Liston, the great Mike Tyson, and Don Curry. You guys probably don't remember who Don Curry is. He was knocking out everybody at one point in time. Then once he got his ass whooped, it went downhill from there from him. You know what
Cobra.
I mean?
You talking about the Cobra, Donald Curry.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So these fighters was knocking out everybody until they got beaten. And then when they started losing, you know what I mean? They started losing even more fights after that. So I do have the link in the description below, right? I have the link in the description below.
I'll give you one more, Coach. You didn't mention. I give you one more who retired after he lost a couple times. Big bully, knocking everybody out. Julian Jackson.
Oh, Julian Jackson. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Julian Jackson was a bad boy. He was a bad boy. He was knocking out everybody. You see what I'm saying? So when Tyson Fury said that in the interview, I'm like, man, he makes a valid point, because a bully, there's a psychological element with him. He's known for putting fear in people's hearts. People are afraid of him based on his size. He looks mean. He may say to this day, he may say, I'm the bad man. I'm knocking people out, and people are afraid of him. But once that bully gets knocked out, once Debo get knocked out on Friday and stuff like that, then you'll see the character of that man. And this is what it is. This is nothing new.
I caught something he was saying in a couple of those interviews he was doing. He kept referring to this, Coach. Now, you can correct me if I'm wrong. He kept saying, I know what I'm capable of, and they know also. Another thing he kept saying was, people say all this stuff. He was referring to Dillian White and a bunch of other people, fighters that he's ran across. But when I walk into the room, they change their energy because they know a real one just walked in. So the bully mentality is very prevalent in all of his statements. Am I right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You're correct, sir. You are correct. And so the bully mentality, Sheldon just said something real true. He said the bully mentality. There's a thought process, right? So when you are a bully and you've been knocking out Uber drivers, taxi cab drivers, Lyft drivers, Walmart warehouse workers, you know what I mean? People from the nursing home, stuff like that. So when you knock out a whole bunch of people like that, it plays you start to believe it. Yeah, man, I'm the baddest thing ever. I am 10 times. My skill set is 10 times better than Muhammad Ali inside the ring. So I understand now what Malik Scott is trying to do. He has a fractured patient. It's like a doctor, right? And, my mom passed away 1999 of cancer. She died at 54 years old. So when you have a patient, right, that's sick, you see what I'm saying? The doctor, it's the doctor's job to constantly reassure the patient, hey, everything's going to be all right. You're doing good. Yada, 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 yada. It is what it is. It's okay. Their job is to keep you up. You see what I'm saying? Their job is to keep your spirits high. So the job that Malik Scott has to do is a psychological one. The bully, Billy Badass, has to believe that he is Billy Badass once again, right? That's one. He has to convince him, reassure him that, hey man, you the bad, you still is the baddest man on the planet. Muhammad Ali ain't got nothing on you. There's no heavyweight in the history of the heavyweight division that has more knockouts than you. You see what I'm saying? So you know, you see what I'm saying? So this is what he has to reassure him. But what happened was, you know, once he got beat by a guy who he said that was pillow fist, you know, psychologically that did something to him. But not only that, it's not the fact that he got beat. It's the fact that the guy who beat him was not afraid of him. He was not afraid of him. The fear element is gone. You see what I'm saying? The guy who beat him is looking at the bully like, dude, you're food right now. You're food. You on the menu. As a matter of fact, because the bully is the one who always going hunting, right? But what happens when the lion who does the hunting gets hunted? And this is what's going on. So when you study the history of boxing, you look at bullies. This is very prevalent. Now, a lot of these fanboys who just started watching boxing 2-3 years ago, they don't know this. They know nothing about boxing. They just,
like the coach is saying, if you look at the history of boxing, boxers, people who are confident in their skills are not afraid. You can go back to 1973. Everybody in the world, in the boxing world, was afraid of George Foreman. George Foreman just destroyed Ken Norton in 2 rounds, knocked out the heavyweight champion of the world, Joe Frazier, in 3 rounds, and destroyed Shavers. He beat everybody, knocked them all out. So when Ali was talking about Foreman, you would hear what he was saying. He's easy to beat. All you got to do is jab him, dance, rough him up a little bit, hit him with the overhand right, take him deep. He knocks all his opponents out in 2-3 rounds. Getting past the 4th round, he's easy money. Yeah. That's because Ali had a boxing mind. He understood the fact that boxers, as Mike Tyson said, tough guys in boxing get hurt.
Right.
You have to have a skill set to match your ferocity. Wilder was boxing in the amateurs. He boxed a little bit in the beginning of his career, but he fell in love with the right hand. And once he figured out he could knock everybody out, once he thought he could knock everyone out with that right hand, that's all he focused on. And that was his Achilles heel when he ran into a dude who'd been boxing since he was 6 years old and knew the science of boxing.
Right. Right. And so I guess what I'm trying to say is, does Tyson Fury have a point? In my opinion, and you guys know, I don't have a dog in the fight. I'm not a Wilder fan. I'm not a Tyson Fury fan. You see what I'm saying? So why some of the Wilder fans come over here on this channel, I have no idea. I really don't have any idea, because I'm not going to push the narrative. I'm not a part of the Bomb Squad Nation. I just don't. And the reason why is because I have disdain for Deontay Wilder fanboys. But some of them still come over here. I guess they like the verbal abuse. So come on in, you know what I mean? But he has a valid point, because when I sit back, and again, this channel we try to focus on boxing. When you look at the psychological element, when you study the history of boxing, and a lot of people don't know nothing about the history of boxing. When you study boxing and you look at some of the great bullies who came about, when they got beat, the invincibility was gone. It was gone. You see what I'm saying? And that's just what it is. The invincibility was gone. So that's all I'm saying.
Can I mention one from back in the days, Coach? Big bully. Jack Dempsey. Bully.
Oh, Jack Dempsey. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely, man. Absolutely. Jack Dempsey, man. Jack. Hey, listen, do you know what I'm saying, Wilder?
Ran into a boxer, Gene Tunney, and got smoked twice.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Everybody has your number. And I think what's even more troublesome, and in a way, this is what made Tyson Fury look so great at this particular moment as it relates to Deontay Wilder. That's the context I'm keeping it in. Tyson Fury, he's built like a he's not a bodybuilder. He doesn't have the greatest body in the world. Tyson Fury is supposed to be pillow fisted. He doesn't hit hard. All of those things. But yet he stopped Wilder. Because I truly believe if the towel doesn't get thrown in, he'll probably get beat into a concussion. And you can tell, like, when the towel got thrown in and the referee started the fight, he was like looking like this. Like, what's going on? You see what I'm saying? The dude was out of there. He was out of there on his feet. You see what I'm saying? So it's the fact that, so all of these things. So Malik Scott's job is to play damage control. And I really like Malik Scott. You know what I mean? Now, I do criticize him about the Muhammad Ali stuff. I don't take that back at all. He was definitely crossed the line with that, in my opinion. You know what I mean? And I'm not going to take that back for nobody. But I say all that to say this. I understand that he's a doctor right now. He has a mentally weak, fragile patient. His job is to continue to reassure his patient that, look, man, everything going to be all right. You're the greatest of all time. There's no way, you know what I mean? You're going, even Malik Scott said in a recent interview yesterday on Radio Rahim, and Malik Scott give excellent interviews. I like Malik Scott. I just disagree with him with the Muhammad Ali thing wholeheartedly, and I'm not going to take that back. And he's a damn fool for saying something like that, but that's just my opinion. It is what it is. My opinion and my opinion only. But he said that, listen, man, Wilder gonna knock Fury out in 5 rounds. Fury said he gonna knock Wilder out in 7 rounds or less. So both men say they're gonna knock each other out. We'll find out July 24th. But the invincibility factor is gone. A pillow-fisted guy beat you. Not only did he beat you, he dominated you. You knocked him down twice in the first fight. He knocked you down twice in the second fight. And he stopped you. So look at Sonny Liston. Look at Julian Jackson, I'm gonna say Julian Jackson. Look at Roy Jones when Tarver locked him out. He said, "What's gonna be your excuse this time, Roy?" Roy couldn't beat him. Roy wasn't the same. Roy wasn't the same sense. So when I study the history of boxing, when I see these big bullies, these monsters, these guys who's supposed to be invincible, when they get beat, especially when they get beat by someone who they feel is a lesser opponent than them. It's not the fact that Wilder lost. It was how he lost, 1. And 2, but prior to the fight, he said he was healthy. He said he's going to bring his 6-inch nails from Alabama with his hammer, and he's going to make sure Fury get nailed down and don't get back up. It was all of the stuff that he said leading up to it. And the fact that he couldn't pull it off. Go ahead. So
what you're saying, Coach, is not just how he lost, it's who he lost to.
It's who he lost to. That's what it was. He probably, if he would have lost to King Kong Ortiz, he probably could have maybe, lived with that a little bit more. But it's the fact that he lost to Tyson Fury, the guy who they say has pillow fists, a white boy on Black History Month. Just think about this, guys. Not only did he lose, but he had on an all-black satanic costume that he said that he wore for his people. And when he was doing the ring walk, you saw pictures of Malcolm X and Maya Angelou and Martin Luther King and all of this stuff when he was coming to the ring in the hallway. And then he had a rapper, which is a pro Black Lives Matter rap activist or whatever he was supposed to be, rapping black this, black that, holding up black this, and all these black people that was out there. You see what I'm saying? And Tyson Fury came to the ring on a throne. He was being carried to the ring on a throne with the robe wrapped around his body, and he had a crown on his head. He was carried into Wakanda that night. And Tyson Fury came in like Killmonger. Remember when you saw Black Panther, and Black Panther had to fight Killmonger, and Killmonger beat the brakes off of him? It was like that. It's like he destroyed him. You see what I'm saying? So it was more than just the physical beating, it was the psychological beating. And when you look at a lot of these bullies of the past, when they finally get beat, especially to someone who they think that is a lesser opponent than them, they come. What follows after the defeat? Shelton, they came with excuses.
Excuses. I'll say this too, Coach. I'll say this too. The fact that Tyson Fury told him what he was going to do leading up to that second fight. I'm going to walk you down and I'm going to knock you out. He told him what he was going to do, and then he did it. That's the problem. That's one of the biggest issues also.
Right. Now, you know what, Sheldon, I forgot all about that, but you're right about that. He said he was going to do it, and he did it. He said he was going to do it, and he did it. He said, listen, no, I'm telling you what I'm going to do. I'm going to come right at him. And then I remember Wilder said, I don't believe you. How you going to knock me out? I remember that when we was talking on the Radio Rahim. You know, when you knock me out, I don't believe you. How you going to do that? You know, you pillow fisted. You couldn't even hurt me. So just think he's seeing all of this stuff in his head. You pillow fisted, you can't even hurt me, and then the pillow fisted guy hurts you. And he did everything he said he was going to do. So just like not only hurts you, he stops you. He stops you.
Because you had no chance of winning that fight. That's the biggest issue I have with him saying, why did Mark Breland stop the fight? Because you had no chance of winning. Now, common sense would tell you, let's go back, regroup, and fight another day. Let's come back. But you want to stay in there and go out on your shield. What does that prove? That doesn't prove anything. If that's why you got a trainer. If you don't want to listen to your trainer, then why don't you just go in the ring by yourself? Don't have a trainer. That way, the only person that can save you is the referee if you get in trouble.
I mean, bro, it's like it's really crazy. You know what I mean? So psychologically, hey, shout out to the Y2K for the super chat. What you say, fam? You say don't forget Wilder. Wilder said he was going to make Fury a Black History trivia question. Well, guess what? Whatever question that you was going to make Tyson Fury answered that question. He answered that question. And that's the thing, like, bro, I'm looking at all of this show. It was just a cycle, bro. I'm trying to put myself in Deontay Wilder's shoes.
Hold on, Coach. 1 second. I just saw something that made me laugh. Karma, you like that accent, huh?
I don't believe you. How you gonna say you gonna knock me out? You see what I'm saying? This bomb squad. You see what I'm saying? This bomb squad. Guess what, man? Still don't have no proof neither. You know what I mean? Shout out to Lee Luna for the super chat. Shout out to you, Queen. I really appreciate that. I really appreciate that, Queen. Thank you so much. We love you so much. You know what I mean? Shout out to Lee Luna for the super chat. I really appreciate that. Anything, you know, we have a super chat for. You gotta put the super.
La Luna.
Hey, listen. This is. Oh man, so I'm just saying, right? Like. But you see, but you see what I'm saying though. It's just that all of those things, you know what I mean? And I remember another guy. Shelton. Now I'm getting away from boxing. I'm going to the MMA. Last year, when Jake Paul fought was fighting Nate Robinson. The BLM took L's all last year, bro. Last year they took a whole lot of L's. First it was Deontay Wilder at the top of the year, right? Deontay Wilder at the top of the year. Then Nate Robinson fought Jake Paul. I think it was Jake Paul or Logan. It was one of those Pauls, right? He talked about he ain't gonna let no white boy beat him. He gonna do A, B, C, and D to him, right? The white boy, Jake Paul, knocked him out. He made a meme out of him, right? And then Tyron Woodley, which is one of my favorite MMA fighters, he fought. I forgot the guy who he fought.
Colby Covington, the Trump supporter.
Colby Covington, right? Trump supporter. Colby Covington. The Tyron Woodley said that after I beat this dude behind, everybody gonna know Black Lives Matter. He made it racial. You know, he said what he was gonna say. It was like a Black Lives Matter movement, whatever. He said all of that stuff there. And Colby Covington, not only did he beat the brakes off of Tyron Woodley. He beat the brakes off of him fractured one of his ribs, and Tyron Woodley got sent when he left the ring. He was in the ambulance going to the hospital. This is what I tell you guys. Skin color does not win fights. There's some white boys out there that will beat the brakes off of you. You see what I'm saying? Listen, just because you have melanin and you use all these chances, you hold a black fist, it don't mean nothing. Skills pay the bills. I've never seen a person win or lose a fight based on skin color. So just think about it psychologically. Go ahead, Sheldon.
Never underestimate your opponent.
Never.
I've been watching this sport since '69. I say it all the time. I participated in the sport from 1973 to 1980. Skin color has nothing to do with it. Your skills is what's going to save you inside that square circle. They call it the four corners of truth. Because when you get in that ring, the truth about you is going to come out. Right.
And not only that, after Kobe Covington beat the brakes off Tyron Woodley, he did the post press conference, and this is what he said. He said something of the sort where, yeah, I whooped him. You know what I mean? I told you what I was going to do. He said, F Black Lives Matter. He said something like that. And he said, if anybody he wasn't talking about the people. He was talking about the movement, the organization. He said, if anybody don't like what I did, come to the ring and I'll beat you the same way. Like literally. You know what I mean? Like literally. You see what I'm saying? So these dudes was taking L's all last year, bro. Like,
well, we can, in my opinion, Coach. Now, not to cut you off, but in my opinion, now this fight that's coming up, Woodley and Jake Paul, I don't want to put that one in that category because he gonna beat the brakes off Jake Paul.
Oh, Jake Paul
ain't never. Yeah, he gonna beat the brakes off him. He gonna beat the brakes off him. Jake Paul ain't never been in there with nobody that can fight. This guy can fight. He gonna beat the brakes off Jake Paul.
Yeah, Jake Paul don't stand a chance, man. Sly Tennessee say, imagine being so insecure, you have to be told you're 10 times better than Ali just to stay motivated. It's I'm just saying, like I put hey, shout out to Major Key Boxing, man. Shout out to Major Key Boxing. Please go to my brother's channel, Major Key Boxing Mondays. Major Key Mondays. This brother here is doing some of the most phenomenal things in the sport of boxing. Literally, he's getting classic interviews from some of the top trainers and boxers of the past, and even some currently that's up and coming. So please go support my brother Major Key Boxing, and we're gonna give him a round of applause, man. You see what I'm saying? Give my brother a round of applause. So what I'm saying is this here. Like you can't go into a fight thinking that because you're a bully and you're fighting someone who is of different race than you, white person, whatever, and I'm just gonna run through him. He pillow fist. He ain't got nothing. You see what I'm saying? I'm from Alabama. You know what I'm saying? I'm bomb squad. When I come in there, man, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna decapitate him. I'm gonna take his head off. The only problem with that is you listen, you caught him with a hell of a punch. And now listen, Sheldon, tell me this here. He caught Tyson Fury with that right hook in the 12th round of the first fight. Caught him good. And then he followed it up with the left hook. Tyson Fury hit the ground, hit the mat, and he laid there for a little bit, and he got up and he beat the 10 count. And you know what I remembered about that? Not the fact that he rose like not the fact that he rose like the Undertaker, but I remember the look on Deontay Wilder's face when he got up.
Yeah, see, that's psychological right there. When because see, if you ever been in a fight, like I have, and hit somebody with your best shit. I mean, I caught this cat with my right I caught him with the jab and the overhand right over the top. Bam! And he shook it off and kept coming. I know what Deontay Wilder felt like. Damn! What am I do now? I just gave him everything I got. He's still here. That's psychologically defeating. I know that feeling. Been there.
Right. So my thing is, I hit this guy with my right hand because you keep hearing that. Yeah, once Wilder landed that right hand, that's going to be it. The only problem is he landed that right hand and it wasn't it. And in the second fight, he caught Tyson Fury clean with the right hand in the first round. I think between the first and the second round, he called him 3 good times. He called him clean. And he ate it. He ate it. This is why Malik Scott saying, listen, man, we got to work on some other stuff, man, because the right hand ain't working no more. You're gonna have to do something else. This guy took your best shot in the first fight and in the second fight. So this is for all of the people who say, well, all he got to do is land that right hand. He landed the right hand in 2 fights. He landed the right hand. And guess what? He got up.
I'm gonna tell you, in my opinion, chat, this is what Wilder needs to do. Wilder has to have a stiff jab. Keep Tyson Fury on the back foot to take the power away from Fury. Do not allow Fury to come forward and constantly catch him with that overhand right. He can get him out of there. I don't think it's going to be one shot anymore, but he can get Fury out of there, but he has to do those things. If he allows Fury to come forward, this fight is probably going to look just like the second fight.
I totally agree. Wilder is going to have to stop Fury from coming forward, right? He's going to have to, because Wilder, if you look at his knockouts, he has to dictate the pace. A lot of people, like Ortiz, the reason why Ortiz, he was outboxing Wilder, but the reason why he came with the wrong game plan, he was just sitting back waiting. And when you throw a punch, then I'm going to counter it, right? The only problem is with that is, what if the punch he throws at you, he hits and lands, Ortiz, while you sitting back waiting, that be the punch that knock you out. And we saw what happened with Ortiz. Deborah Lee Herbalist said that, Coach, I felt like Wilder was listening to everything. I don't think he was listening to music on those headphones. He probably was listening to everything. He probably was listening to everything. You know what I mean? I can believe that. I can believe that. You know what I mean? I believe he probably was listening to everything. I have no proof of it, but he probably was. You know what I mean? But my thing is Malik Scott understands. Listen, Malik Scott even said in the press conference, he said, "Man, Tyson Fury is a hell of a fighter. He's a damn good fighter." Malik Scott is saying what I noticed. Listen, you know what I respect about Malik Scott? He's not getting into all of the water bottle accusations and stuff. Like, listen to. We're gonna cover his interview as well with Radio Rahim. He stirred clear away from that, all of the allegations that Wilder made. He just said, hey, man, if that's how he feel, that's how he feel. My job is to get him ready for the fight with Tyson Fury. This is what he said. He said, that's my job. You see what I'm saying? So this is what Malik Scott is focusing on, and I respect Malik Scott for that. Not the Muhammad Ali stuff now. I stand firm on that. I say, man, that nigga crazy as hell for saying something like that. And I stand on that. You guys know how I am about the old school fighters. I hold the old school fighters in the highest regard over any fighter walking today. I don't care who it is. Your favorite fighter, he don't measure up to me to my era of fighters. And I'm just being honest with you. So that is my bias, though. I admit that I am biased. I'm not
biased
trying to be.
Way also. I'm biased that way also. You can take Errol Spence and drop him off in 1990, and Mike McCallum beats the brakes off of him.
Yeah. Julian Jackson. Well, Mike McCallum. Yeah. Hell. What? Errol Spence fighting at welterweight. Hell, I even say my main man Sweet Pea, Pernell Whitaker.
Sweet Pea too slick.
Yeah, Sweet Pea too slick. hey, and Sweet Pea gonna be right there in front of him. Hey man, don't get me started, bro. He said I went to school with Tony Simpson, who fought Hagler back in 1983. Sibbo is a gypsy.
Sibbo, Tony Simpson, yeah, my God, yeah. He was a tough dude. Marvin was just tougher.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Yeah, I'm telling you, man. So, but what I'm saying is from a psychological standpoint, Lee Luna. Hey, hello. Round of applause for Lee Luna. Listen. Hey, check this out. Hey, shout out to Lisa Bells. What's going on, sis? Listen, but listen, but that's my bias. But that's the thing, though. I can admit when I'm biased on certain topics. I'm not trying to act like I'm objective when it comes to my old school fight. I love the old school fighters because they paved the way for these guys. You see what I'm saying? So I'm always going to hold it in high regard. Now, of course, the fanboys of today, Go ahead, Shelton.
Excuse me, Coach. Yeah, I've always said, Coach, me and Coach, we talk about this all the time. I'm honest. I want Wilder to win. I'm pulling for Wilder. I just don't know if he got the skill set to do it. That's the only problem. I don't know if he got the skill set to do it. Supposedly he's been training for 18 months for this fight. So we shall see. But I want him to win. I don't hate on him. I just call him out on his bullshit, comparing himself to Ali, saying everybody in the whole world's against him. He's the only black man in the world fighting for civil rights and all this type of garbage that he puts out. That's the shit I call him out on. But him as a fighter, I like him. He's great for boxing. He's exciting. I want him around, and I hope he pulls this off. Just don't know if he can do it.
Right. So my brother Shelton is pulling for Wilder. For all you Wilder supporters, right? He's pulling for Wilder. I'm pulling for Tyson Fury. I just don't see Wilder. I just don't see how Wilder's going to beat him. And then two, I made it be known I won't vote. I will not root for this guy because I cannot stand his fanboys. These are the same fanboys who come over here and they send me all kind of threatening stuff and say they're gonna do this and do that and coon this and sell out that. And I'm talking about ain't no way hell I'm supporting. Ain't no way hell I'm supporting because I don't like his fanboys. And guess what? And I'm being honest about it. So it is what it is. But my brother Shelton is rooting for the Torquenator. You see what I'm saying?
Yes, I am. Exclusive. I don't know what your comment was, brother. Put it back up and I address it. I didn't see it. I was running my mouth.
Yeah, you know what I mean. So I'm just being honest. You know what I mean. I'm not on a I don't believe you. You know what I mean. I just don't. And especially after what I seen from the press conference, I saw what I needed to see in my opinion. I just saw a mentally defeated guy. I don't see. That's what I was going to ask you, Coach.
Break that down for me. What exactly did you see through that whole, I think it was a 26-minute press conference, 30 minutes, something like that? What did you see?
So, hey, salute, hold on. Salute the Bomb Squad. Salute the Dead Game Boxing. Bomb Squad.
Dead Game, my man.
Yeah, man, Dead Game. Salute the Dead Game, man. One thing I say about this brother here, man, he represent for Deontay Wilder to the fullest, and I respect him for that. I don't think this brother, he's not a fanboy. I don't believe he is. If he was, you know how I feel about fanboys. I just think he really loves Wilder. He really supports him. Me, I don't feel that way about Wilder. I don't have any emotional attachment to him. You know, I love the sport of boxing, and skin. You know, I don't get into the skin color narrative because some of those same guys hate Jamel Charlo right now. He's black. They don't like Terrence Crawford.
Terrence Crawford. He's black. You know, they hate Anthony Joshua. He's very black. I mean, come on.
Hate Mark Breeden, he's black. Hate Sugar Hill, he's black. Oh, this ain't about black. This is about narrative. But anyway,
so once again, Coach, after you finish that, once again, break down what you saw. I want to know your thoughts. What did you see in that 26 to 30-minute press conference?
What I saw, and I'm just giving my honest opinion. What I saw a guy who was disengaged. He did not want to be there. He did not. Malik Scott even admitted that. He said, we didn't really want to be there. You know, he did not want to be there. I saw a guy who it seemed like to me he was pouting. Like, this is a grown man, 35 years old, going on 36. He's getting older. And it was like, he was just like, it's like I'm going to put my headphones on and I ain't going to say nothing. I'm just going to sit here. That's what I saw. Mouth poked out. That's what I saw. You know, he just didn't want to be there. I say, man, mentally, something wrong with this dude. I mean, this is the baddest man on the planet, according to his supporters. But the baddest man on the planet is quiet as a church mouse. So, and I looked at Tyson Fury, and he was the same Tyson Fury. He was relaxed. You remember when the press conference started, Tyson Fury stood behind Wilder, and he was shadowboxing with his shirt off. Did you see that? Did you see that?
Oh, definitely. I saw all that. I saw all that. I'm gonna tell you. What was more telling to me, though, Coach, it wasn't the press conference. What was more telling to me was when he was giving that interview to Fred, and when he was giving that interview to Eddie Setback. He kept saying, I was done wrong. I was done wrong. I was done wrong. In all the interviews, check it out, both the interviews, he said the same thing. Right. And what that tells me is this. Listen to me, people. What that tells me is this. If I feel that the only reason I lost this fight was because I was cheated. That means I didn't do anything as far as my boxing skills. I didn't do anything wrong. So what is my incentive to improve if I didn't do anything wrong and the only reason I lost was because I was cheated?
Well, you know what, Shelton? That makes a whole lot of sense to me and the people like you and the people who may have common sense, but to a fanboy, that doesn't make any sense to them, right? So it's not as simple as, you know, and this is my counter. Matter of fact, let me get this super chat out of the way. D-Town Blaster, shout out to you, fam, for the super chat. Sub GMW and Shelton. Hey, Karma. Oh, okay. Shout out to D-Town Blaster, man, for the support. I really appreciate you, brother. Really do. And I looked at the body language. He had like a defeatist. The body language was like, you know, he just didn't want to be there. And when they stood up face to face, and then when he took his glasses off, his eyes looked real glossy. You know what I mean? Like, you know, and this is another thing. Like, can Wilder knock Fury out? Of course he can. This is the heavyweight division. Is it a possibility that Wilder can win this fight and knock Fury out? Of course he can. This is the heavyweight division. But this is the thing, though. The first fight, he caught Fury with his best punch, the right cross. And then he came back with the left hook. Fury head hit the mat, head bounced off the canvas, but he got up. And I looked at Wilder's face, the expression on his face. I hit this man with my best punch. If I was fighting an Uber driver, a taxi cab driver, a Lyft driver, if I was fighting a cash and carry warehouse worker, a bum or hobo, if I was fighting anybody else, they never would have got up from that. But this guy got up. Not only did he get up, he finished the fight strong, and then he came back the second fight and told you exactly what he was going to do, and he did it. Psychologically, if that was me, bro, I don't even know how I would be able to handle that psychologically. So when in the press conference, I saw a man who was mentally defeated, who did not want to be there. And then when he gave the interview to Ellie Setback, I didn't see that energy there with Ellie Setback. And Ellie Setback was sucking him off real good, giving him a back massage, making love to him. And he told him everything he wanted to hear. So, you know, that's what Ellie does. Ellie does that to all of the black fighters.
Hamilton Steele. Let me address this, Coach. Hamilton Steele. You're right. He caught him with the straight right. He caught him with the overhand right, and he hit him with a left hook. Dropped him. Fury was out. But he beat the count. The ref did what he was supposed to do. He counted. He beat the count. So him knocking Fury out in the first fight, he did. But Fury woke up and got up. That's the reality. Not the narrative that you want to push. That's what happened. He beat the 10 count.
Yeah. Yeah, because if he was knocked out, like you say he was knocked out, he never would have got up. Like, shout out to Lil Bullet. Shout out to Lil Bullet for the super chat. It's simple. Wilder has been humbled. Yeah, he's been humbled. Ass whoopers do that to you. Ass whoopers do that to you. You see what I'm saying? He's been humbled. He's been humbled. No, definitely, he's been humbled. You know what I mean? So, you know, it is what it is. It is what it is. What did this guy say?
Let me ask a question. You keep talking about me, man, and I don't even know you. I really don't care nothing about you, you know. But why you keep coming here is my question. If I'm so low IQ, I don't know shit about boxing, and Coach is an idiot and he don't know shit about boxing, why you keep coming over here? Why don't you go to the channels where they know something about boxing?
Hey, Dillian Pickles. If you don't like the content, bro, you can leave. Bye, Felicia. As a matter of fact, since you don't like the content so much and we low IQ, I'm gonna make sure you don't come back. I'm gonna block you myself. We holler. I blocked him, so we ain't got to worry about him. So, anyways, you know, Paul said you're giving him attention. Yeah, I just gave him attention. I gave him the block party. He's a part of the block party now. But he goes, yeah, you ain't gonna be disrespecting Shelton like that. We don't play those games. You're not gonna disrespect.
No, it's true. I was just asking a question. I just wanted to respond, but you did the right thing, because if you keep feeding it, the guy who had the comment before is right. You keep feeding him, he's gonna keep talking. You're right, Coach.
You're right about that. Yeah, and you're right. You're right about that. You're right about that, Paul CX. But we ain't feeding no more. We just blocked him, so he's gone. Done. You know what I mean? So, my brother Smith the West, what you say, fam? Wilder had to disguise that right hand in a combination. Fury will always be able to take the shot because he sees the mofo coming. Yeah. But I tell you what, though, Smith the West in the first fight, Fury didn't see that. He tried to duck it, but he ducked right into it. And Wilder timed him perfectly. When I saw that first fight, I said he knew Fury was going to duck, and he ducked right into it. So in the second fight, Fury fought tall. That's that crump. No, you're going to fight tall. You're the taller fighter. You got multiple ways to skin a cat, right? Okay, you either can come at him to smother his power, right? Or you can just outbox him. You can outbox him, stay in front of him, outbox him, keep circling to his left. Pop, pop, pop. Keep circling to his left. Pop, pop. You got better footwork than him. So it's many different ways he can skin the cat. But I think Fury believes that if he boxes him and he go 12 rounds, he probably won't get a fair shake from the judges. So he feels like the only way to make sure that I don't get robbed by the judges, I got to stop this dude. So his mentality is going to be seek and destroy. And then listen, I'm going to tell you something else, Sheldon. I got something I got to tell you. Shout out to Lady Shan. Shout out to my sister, Lady Shan. Lady Shan, where you at?
What you got to tell me?
Hey, no.
What you got to tell me, Coach? Lady Shan, my girl, what's happening?
Hey, shout out to Retro Boxing. Listen, this is what I got to tell you. Radio Rahim asked him. He said, "Man, he caught you with that punch the first time and knocked you down. What was you thinking?" He said, "Well, I came in at 253 pounds." He said, "The second fight, I came in heavier." So Fury said that what will allow him to take the punch even more better, he by him coming in heavier, by him being bigger, it allowed him to absorb the punch. I didn't even think about that. He said that was his strategy behind gaining weight. It allowed him to absorb that punch a lot better. I didn't even think about that. And so, he said, I'm going to steamroll. I'm going to come forward. When they get close, more than likely, he's going to make it a short fight game, uppercuts, hooks to the body, pop, pop, uppercut, you know what I mean? Hooks. He's going to do that. And then when he get close to him, he's going to smother Wilder and he's going to maul him.
So basically what you're saying, Coach, is you see Fury not training to cut weight. He wants to just be in shape, have decent cardio, bulk up, and just steamroll Wilder. That's what you see?
Right. That's what I see. I see the fight being very competitive. Remember, I picked Fury to win in like the 10th or 11th round. Stop it. But that might be kind of late. But that because I'm giving Wilder the benefit of the doubt. I'm giving Wilder the benefit of the doubt.
Okay, because my take for Wilder is his strength is his athleticism. He has to be in supreme shape. He got to be in tip-top shape and moving. He can't try to just walk Fury down. He got to jab his way in and get space for that right hand. He can't let Fury crowd him and maul him. If Fury can crowd him and maul him and lean on him, he's going to beat him again. Right.
Wilder's going to have to use his athleticism. You know what I mean? He's a very athletic individual, but his footwork, his boxing footwork, you see what I'm saying? Like, he doesn't have the footwork that Tyson Fury has. He's athletic from a moving around standpoint, but he stands in that real wide leg stance. He stands real wide because he wants to, and listen, I'm finna show you something. If you study Deontay Wilder, the reason why he stands wide and he leans and he has his arm cocked back, he has that weight shifted on the back leg. And if you get in range, pop, he's going to swing. He's going to swing and to drop that right hand. Fury understands that. So he's like, look, I ain't finna be sitting here. Listen, real intelligent fighters understand, okay, when this guy's standing like this, he's standing like this because he's trying to set me up for this particular punch. This is what it is. So Fury understand that. Shout out to Little Bullet. What you say, fam? You say, personally, I think Wilder has a very weak jaw. No, I don't think Wilder has a weak jaw, bro. I don't think he has a weak jaw. I mean, he can, Wilder, he got hit by quote unquote pillar fist Fury, so maybe that's why he was able to still stand up.
Let me answer this right quick, Coach. Exclusive. I'll get that from Coach online, and then I'll give it to you. I don't want to expose that kind of information on the chat, so I'll get that from Coach online, and I'll give it to you.
Okay, yeah, man, absolutely. Hey, Shannon, if you want to hop on, let me know, sis. Let me know if you want to hop on. I dropped the link. You and Ignorant Boxing, if you want to come on, you guys can come on as well. You know what I mean? Just let me know.
Or if you're still there, exclusive, you can hop on the panel, bro.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Shout out to the Swoop Cage. He make a bad question. He said, "Do you think if Fury comes in at 300 pounds, conditioning will play a part in this fight?" One thing I would say about Fury, he carries his weight very well. I don't think he's going to come in at 300 pounds. I think 300 is too much. He carries his weight very well. He come in at about 275 like he came in last time, he'll be good. But Fury is let me tell you something, Fury is athletic inside the ring. And I'm explaining to you what I mean. Is he more athletic than Deontay Wilder? No, Wilder can play basketball, football. He can dunk. He can do all that. Fury can't do any of those things. But Fury has athleticism inside the ring from a footwork standpoint because he can dance around the ring like a middleweight, or some people would say a welterweight, or whatever the case may be. Tyson Fury has some of the best footwork in boxing right now today. Like literally. Like, especially in the heavyweight division. In the heavyweight division is him. Anthony Joshua has damn good footwork, especially what he showed against Ruiz. And what the wrestling dude name? Usyk. Usyk has good footwork. So Fury has really, really good footwork. For him to be so big, he's light on his feet. He's not heavy-footed. He's very light. So he can bounce and shift. He can bounce and shift that weight the way he needs.
And speaking of AJ, in my opinion, I think that's what separates him. The one thing that separates him from Wilder and Fury is that AJ, it seems to me, is never out of the gym. He's constantly working on his craft. That's what separates him, in my opinion.
Right. You know what I mean? So, yeah, and that's another thing too. When you look at Wilder, when you look at Fury, you be like, man, this old fat bad body dude, there ain't no way he can fight. And then when he get in the ring, you see him fight, you like, damn. You see what I'm saying? You like, man, god damn, this dude ain't what I okay, Shan, I got you. Shan say drop the link.
Yeah, he can actually box. Yeah, he can box. Yeah. Fury is a great boxer.
Yeah.
You know how I don't think that I just don't think that I've never seen Fury in a dog fight. I want to see Fury in a dog fight so you can see what he's about. You know what I'm saying? I ain't never seen him in one of those.
He had one against Oda Wallin, right? That was a dog fight.
He was being outboxed. He was just being outboxed. He had to start coming forward and smothering Ali. Oda Wallin was just straight outboxing him, and he split him.
Yeah.
He was just getting a boxing lesson in that fight.
Yeah, he was. He absolutely was getting outboxed. He was getting outboxed in that fight, and it definitely showed. It definitely showed. Let me see. Hold on, guys. Yeah, he was getting outboxed in that fight, and it definitely showed. But I'm just saying, like, for him to be, and so Fury has gotten outboxed. The thing is this here with Wilder. Wilder is not going to outbox Tyson Fury. He's not going to outbox him.
Proud father. Facts. That's the fight I want to see him in. I want to see him in a Foreman versus Loud type fight and see where his heart is, because his heart ain't never really been checked.
Right. Also, I want to see Wilder in that kind of fight as well. I want to see Wilder in that kind of fight. Some may say,
well, in my opinion, Coach, that Spilka fight was that type of fight. That Spilka fight was nip and tuck.
Yeah. Spilka was giving Wilder business till he got knocked out. Yeah, Spilka
until he wasn't, right? He was giving him the business until he wasn't.
Yeah, Wilder timed him and he called him coming in. Ortiz, the Ortiz fight, I don't think that was a dog fight. That was more Ortiz just outboxing Wilder. A dog fight is watch some of those Bernard Hopkins fights. A dog fight is watching Andre Ward fight Carl Froch. Watching you going nip and tuck. Watching Larry Holmes fight what's my brother name? Fight you sent me Shelton. What's the dude you sent me? not Norton, but Larry Holmes and
Ernie Shavers. That's a dog fight.
Ernie Shavers. You see what I'm saying? Dog fight is it's so close. They going back and forth. You hitting me, I'm hitting you. You know what I mean? Some people may get dropped. One guy may get. I want to see Fury getting. I want to see Wilder getting one of those because I never seen Wilder really fight and box on the inside. So I would love to see that fight for both of those guys. You see what I'm saying? I would love to see that kind of fight. We saw Fury box in the first fight. We saw Fury maul him in the second fight. So I would love to see Fury and Wilder. Can Wilder fight that inside fight game real close? Real close. Can he fight close? You know what I mean? And slip those punches on the inside and turn and you know what I mean? Can he do that? So apparently, they say he can do it. So we'll see. I've never seen him do it before, but we'll see. You know what I mean? We'll see. So that'll be a good fight. But psychologically, he has to get his head back right. Psychologically, is what I'm saying. Shout out to my brother Bold, man. Round of applause for my brother Bold in the building. And we're gonna represent for my brother Bold. We're gonna represent for him. You see what I'm saying?
What's up, Bold?
Hey, what's going on, fellas? Man,
Yeah,
I tell you what, man. Right on cue, man. Yesterday, they already throwing the hate on Jermell Charlo again, man. Your boy Dante Boxing Nation came out hating on Jermell Charlo. He talking about, I was going to do a pound for pound list on why Jermell Charlo ain't it's not in it. But then I looked at this Deontay Wilder and what he said about Jermell Charlo and all this other stuff. And then he just started like taking jabs at Jermell Charlo because Jermell Charlo said, basically Deontay Wilder got his ass whipped. So now he's taking jabs talking about, Jermell, the white media is, they don't even respect you. That's why you're not in the top 10. I'm like, man, come on, dog. And then he sent up here saying like, hey, you giving Canelo shout outs and stuff, but you thinking you're gonna get the fight and you think, hey, you get praises from the white media and stuff, but look, Canelo's not even giving you a match. I'm like, where's this dude going at with this information?
Yeah, that's why I call him Dante's Race Baiting Nation. That's what he does. Dante's Race Baiting Nation. That's what he does, man. See,
you knew that was coming because Jermell didn't stay on code. Remember, you got to be on code if you in the LDBC or any of the fighters they support. And once you get off code, they don't support you no more.
Jabril Bay, to answer your question, brother. I think that okay, Sharon, I got you. Yeah, I think that Fury is a better inside fighter than Wilder. Fury can fight on the inside. Listen, Fury is an all-around fighter. Does he have power? No, he doesn't have the power like that. But can he fight? Yes, he can. And for all those who don't think he can fight, just watch him. You'll be shocked. You know what I mean? You'll be shocked. But as of late to Jermell Charlo, man, Jermell Charlo is one of my favorite fighters. I'm a ride for him. You got to stay on code and push the narrative. If you don't push the narrative, now he's a black fighter. Last time I checked, but they don't like him. See, I'm not on code. Whatever the hell that means. I'm not on code because those same guys who push that on code stuff, they're not on code. Because if the code is supposed to be, we got to ride for our black American fighters, as soon as the black American fighters say something that you don't agree with, now all of a sudden you're not on code anymore. He's a coon, he's Uncle Tom, he's a sellout, and you go against him. So me on New Media Today USA Boxing, as it relates to me personally, I support Jermell Charlo, I support Terrence Crawford, I support Anthony Joshua. You see what I'm saying? I support Canelo Alvarez. I know he's not black, but I don't care nothing about that. The boy can box. He's a bad boy. I support pretty much any of the fighters. I support Mark Breland. I support Kenny Bayless. I support Sugar Hill. Anything that the Alphabet Boys don't like, I like.
Here's my problem, Ball. Now you can correct me if I'm wrong on this. Jermell Charlo wasn't talking about the racism that's systemic in most aspects of American life. That's not what he was talking about. Jermell Charlo was talking about race didn't have nothing to do with you getting your ass whooped in this fight. Skills did. That's all he was talking about. He wasn't talking about the problems we got in America and the racism that's been prevalent in boxing since day one. He wasn't talking about that. But you see how they spent it. to say he was saying that race doesn't matter and he's a coon, he's a sellout. You see where I'm going with this, Bo?
Bo, are you still there, brother? I think Bo might be having technical difficulties. All right, but shout out to Lady Shan. We're going to round of applause for Lady Shan. Round of applause for Lady Shan. Round of applause.
Shan, what's going on, girl?
Shan, check this out, Shan. And I'm going to tell you something. I am going to keep banging.
To this day, where is the sound effect?
Listen, man, check this out, man.
Lady Shan, what's up?
What's up? What's up? What's
Yeah,
up,
man.
folks? What's up, Shelton King? What's up, Mal? What's going on,
Lady
coach?
Shan, my queen, what's happening, girl?
I'm here, man, in full effect, just checking out the daily toxicity.
Yeah, it's Jamel Charlo, man. We gonna ride for Jamel Charlo, man. I have to. I have
Coach,
to.
Can I address somebody in the comment section real quick?
Yeah, go ahead, brother. Go ahead.
Okay,
This is your platform. Go ahead.
Here's the thing. The guy named King said so. He said, he told me don't lie. They on Charlo because he said race don't matter. And then he said race does matter. So my question to him is, when has race ever won a boxing match?
Never.
Yeah. We talking about boxing. Now, if you're talking about some social issues or what you believe from a religious standpoint and how you feel about white people and you racist and you don't like white people, if that's what you're talking about, then that's your thing. But as it relates to the sport of boxing, when you get two men in the ring fighting each other, I've never seen skin color win a fight.
Yeah, we
Hey,
don't.
let me ask him a question.
Okay.
Did race matter to Joe Calzaghe? Last time I checked, he was 49-0.
Exactly. Mic drop. Mic drop. Mic drop. We can't hear it, Mal. We can't hear what you're playing on the keypad.
Oh, you can't hear it?
We can't hear the effects.
I got it. Let me see. You can't hear to this day?
No. Can you
okay,
guys hear it? No. Can you hear the sound effects, Shelton?
Nah, I don't hear no sound effects.
No, we
no,
can't.
hold on. You don't hear that?
It's low.
It's low.
Oh, it's low. Okay. I turn it. I don't know why is it low.
Yeah, so it's
I'll
low.
find it. Yeah, I'll work it out.
You figure it out.
I'll work it out.
Yeah, you figure it out.
Yeah, I'll figure it out.
Right now, they are banging on Kurt DeVille. Right now.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we're gonna ride on. We're gonna represent for Kurt too.
Yeah.
Yo,
Kurt exposed them.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I saw those videos. Kurt DeVille been coming out back to back, getting on Deontay Wilder, and basically getting on Deontay Wilder with his own words.
Yeah.
And they banging on him. See, like when somebody else tell the truth about their hero, they get mad and then they start calling him a sellout.
Yeah, they get big mad. They're calling him on Fred the Barbershop. It's always weird. I turn on my TV because Fred airs at like 5 a.m. here. And so I woke up and I turned it on. I thought, let me just check Fred. And there was like this guy that had called in and called Kurt a Sambo, a house N, all types of just. It was just back to back people calling in with just racism. I was like, this is not how I'm supposed to start my day. I'm supposed to start my day with some cereal.
Let me address this right quick, Coach. Let me address this right quick. Hamilton Steele. You talking about Marvin Hagler versus Vito Antuofermo in 1979 when he clearly won the fight and they gave it to Antuofermo. Yes, in 1979, race did play a part in that. But we talking about 2020. 2020. And as we saw, when Hagler got his second shot at the title, he went to England, beat the dog shit out of Alan Minter, and they threw bottles in the ring and assaulted him. He never even got a chance to put the belt on in the ring because they was racist. That's the truth. But we talking about 2021, brother. That's not happening these days.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, absolutely. But this is my thing. They riding on Kurt. So me, I put the flag in the sand. I'm gonna represent for Kurt. I'm gonna represent for Kurt. You know what I mean? Y'all can bring some of that Sambo talk over here. You can make video. I don't care. Because I can handle it because I come from that. That was me. 24 and a half years in the Nation of Islam. That was me. You see what I'm saying? So I can deal with those guys like it ain't nothing. It's nothing to me. You see, and this is why I don't care nothing about them. I show my face and I let it be known. I care nothing about them. Listen, this is how powerless they are. They have been reduced to name calling. You're a coon. You're a sellout. You're Uncle Tom. You're this. You're that. And that's it. It's childish. It's childish as hell. Like that's their power. Their power is name calling, and that's it. I've been called.
And you know, so funny too, Coach, is like they be doing all this, name calling towards, black folks, right? And they be talking about the white man this, the white man that, but they ass is on YouTube, which is a white man's platform. Yeah, and they speaking all that nonsense and whatnot, talking about who's selling out or the white man racist in this. Well, if the white man was so racist, why are you on YouTube using a white man's platform to spread your message?
Exactly. See them dudes is racist as hell. The Alphabet Boy channels, they are racist as hell. They remind me of me when for 24 and a half years. They are raised racist.
Before you finish, Coach, wait a minute. I don't think they're racist. You know what I think they are? No, I don't think they are. You know what I think they are, Chad? I think they are Ben Crumps and Al Sharptons and motherfucking what's that motherfucker's name? Jesse Jackson's. They one of them people who done found something that sells and they working it until they can't work it no more. That's what I think.
I mean, the thing is they all about trying to get that money. So they trying to tap into like a lot of their followers' emotions and stuff to get that donation. And you see the they supporters in the comment section talk about, hey man, you keeping it real, man, you keeping it 100. And I'm like how you keeping it 100 when the dude ain't even spit no facts? He just talking off his own opinion.
Yeah, he'd be like, you dropped a half a dub on your ball.
Yeah.
Like
that was a blue bud, right?
Yeah, it's awful. It's awful. They're not even talking about boxing.
Y'all chop it up for a minute. Chop it up for a minute. Give me a minute.
Yeah. When you go over there, they're not even speaking about boxing, and it's just like, isn't this a boxing channel? Clearly not. It's race baiting, and they target people that look to be led, weak-minded people that look to be led. I just think, to me, it's very cult-like. Very cult-like.
Yeah, definitely.
I don't understand, you guys. What I don't understand is this. Why can't we just have a civil conversation about the skills of the guys that's participating in the fight and strengths and weaknesses and who you think gonna win and why? Why is it always got to come down to, the white man gonna play politics? They trying to keep the brother down. Why we got to talk about? We don't care about. We boxing fans. That's not what we talking about. We trying to see who gonna win this fight. This is not a civil rights movement. It's a fight. This fight is a fight. It's all it is. It's not going. Look, Chan, you gonna watch the fight. Yeah. Shelton's gonna watch the fight. Bo's gonna watch the fight on July 24th. July 27th is a Monday, right?
Yeah.
You still gonna get your black ass up and go to work. Ain't nothing gonna change. Ain't nothing gonna change.
Facts.
Same shit. It's a fight, and that's all it is. This is bigger than boxing. No, it's not.
I know.
It's boxing.
That's what
it's not bigger than boxing. It's boxing. That's all it is.
It's bad, isn't it? They said it's bigger than boxing, and it's just pushed by hatred. It's like they bang on the UK as well, and then when I see people just supporting those types of channels from the UK, it just makes no sense. We just want to do the boxing, and look, Muhammad Ali fell down, Mal.
Yeah, I got him. I dropped Ali.
See, that's the spirits of them trying to remember. Wilder's 10 times better than him.
Yeah, I got him. We're gonna put some respect on his name.
Muhammad Ali's pissed off. He's pissed off with all of this shit.
So basically, what these guys are trying to do, they're trying to relitigate the 50s and 60s.
Yeah.
In 2021. Listen, I'm gonna show you guys something. You guys know I'm an avid book reader.
To this day.
Buy this book right here.
This
book, cynical. You can get it on Amazon. Cynical theories, critical theories, and this is what it says. It says how activist scholarship made everything about race, gender, and identity, and why this harms everybody. This book was written by Helen Pluck-Rose and James Lindsay. This is one of the best damn books you ever want to read. This is what's going on. This is what's going on in the sport of boxing with some of these Alphabet Boy channels right now. This is what they're trying to push.
Yeah. I've got it up.
So Amazon, go go get that book. Listen, so I have a whole bunch of books over there. You know, I have a whole bunch of books over there. You know
What's
what I mean?
the other book that you recommend, Malachi? The one that you recommended the other day about not giving a damn or something like that. There was another book that you recommended. I forget the title. Oh man.
I forgot.
Yeah.
I think it was Chan. I think it was The Art of Not Giving a Fuck.
Yeah. That is the book that I need to order as well.
Right. You know what I mean? So, you know, that's my hobby. I love reading more than anything. I read a lot of books. You know, that's why it's like, you know, these guys, they're lightweight to me. They're really lightweight. You know, they don't know how to articulate. You know, they operate from the same playbook.
Yeah.
Race. White folks. You know, white folks, racism. But then those guys will turn around they'll be racist towards Latinos. They'll be racist towards other blacks. Like these are the same guys.
Walking contradiction.
And you know, it's so funny. Like some of their channels, right? And I use DBN for example, right? He be going in on these Mexicans, right? But then when those Mexicans be in the comment section, going back and basically giving them the same, you know, energy he's giving them, he'll make another video complaining about the people giving them the energy in the comment section.
The guys crazy.
Yeah, them guys, that's the same guys that's pro-black and standing for black fighters. They want to call Terrence Crawford top-ranked Toby.
Yeah, top-ranked Toby.
Now here's my thing. I mean, as racism as this, of course it exists. But I'm talking about like the sport of boxing, like with Deontay Wilder, like I was saying the other day, he's in a different tax bracket and he's been getting more favors than like a lot of other these cats, like even some white cats out there. And somehow, you know, they trying to use the race card on us.
Here's the thing, man. And I'm gonna be honest with you. They fucking riding for this dude, and they big up in this dude, and they putting their reputations and all this shit on the line for this dude. And bottom line is, this dude is rich, and he probably wouldn't piss on you if you was on fire.
Oh man! Hey, listen! Shout out to Lil Bullet for the super chat. Hit the Ali bell. We got Ali in the back, and we got the Ali bell right here, man. Shout out! And he said, "Lady Shan, hey, from what does that say, Shan?
Leicester. We pronounce it Leicester.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Hey, yeah, Lady Shan, you and Lisa and Carmen Serene, boy, y'all have a little fan club.
Oh, that's funny.
Hey, shout out to Sly Tennessee, Shan, for the super chat. Shout out. Great channel. No, I was
Chad, you know, I'm coming to England, Chad. I'm coming to England now.
Are you coming to the UK?
And I'm bringing my credit card. You asked for it the last time.
Oh yeah, I did, didn't I?
I haven't been in England in like about 9 years, man.
Really?
Yeah.
You gotta come through. You gotta come through. We'll do a big link up. We'll all link up and hook up. That'll be fun. Now you gotta come as well. Malachi, straight to the UK. You should come.
Hey, Sharon, listen. I'm just laughing at the name calling because they remind me of me so much.
Yeah.
You a coon. You a sellout.
Sambo. You a Sambo.
You Uncle Tom. And then you know the crazy part about it? These dudes, they show so much vigor. Lee Luna, you 100% correct, sis. You're 100% correct. 100% correct, Queen. You hit the nail right on the head. This is what the racism sells like sex. It sells. Yes, that's what it is. So the race hustling, Lee Luna, the race hustling is prevalent in the boxing community. When I started this channel 6 months ago, Shelton, let me show you how ignorant I was. I had no idea this was going on. My ignorant self, I'm like, yo, man, I'm just gonna start a channel. I'm gonna talk about boxing. And the reason why I started the channel because I'm gonna be honest, I did see a certain narrative that was being pushed by Dante's I call it race baiting nation, and I got tired of it. I didn't know nothing about the LDBC, but I used to hear him say shout out to new media all the time and stuff like that. And I said, man, every time I turn around, this dude talking about race this and race that, but he don't move to Thailand, and you know his wife is not black. You know, not trying to get into his personal life, but I'm saying I noticed that a lot of these, like when I was in the Nation of Islam, right, the white man is the devil, but a lot of the brothers was chasing white women.
It's wild, isn't it? And there's nothing wrong, but that's kind of like what you preach. I know. It's ridiculous.
Well, hey, Coach, wait a minute now. Wait a minute, Coach. Hold on.
Nothing wrong with it, but if you're pro-black, like what they're saying, then how does that make sense then? I don't understand. And with all this, the white privilege, yes, we know it exists. I did commentary on it. But Wilder, he said he felt like that it was 4 white men against 1 black man. Well, you won though. You won the arbitration. So you got what you wanted? So how did white privilege affect you in this instance? White privilege was on your side then. It wasn't on Tyson Fury's side because he has to fight you again.
Hey, Coach, remember this, Coach. Hold on now. You talking about you didn't know this was going on. How could you not know this was going on when you used to be LDBC? Remember that yesterday? Using the LDBC, Coach.
Yeah, let that dude tell it. I'm like, dude, I've never been a part of that. I would never be a part of that. You heard when I had the brother on, the dudes from the LDBC on yesterday when he invited me to come over there to Drew the Midget channel. I said, you ain't never got to worry about me coming over there. Never. You know what I mean?
It's trying to recruit you.
That'll never happen. That'll never happen because
they want to do.
And I try to be as respectful as possible. You know what I mean? Because I can cook with the best of them. I'm very articulate and I have the gift of gab. But I'm not. Oh yeah, shout out. Hold on. I just see my brother. Yeah, let me drop the link. Hey Troy, I'm so sorry about that, bro. Dang, bro, I'm so sorry about that. Let me drop the link from my brother Troy.
Troy in the building.
I'm finna drop the link right now, fam. Sorry about that. I got so busy. I think I had looked away. The little bullet for the super chat. It's called the 2.
Yo, Major Key Boxing in the building too.
Yeah, Major Key Boxing. He did salute Major Key Boxing. Defo.
Yeah, hey Glenn, we don't want you up here, bro.
I'm
fucking with you, Glenn. I'm fucking with you, homie.
Hey Troy, I just dropped the link, Troy. I just dropped the link, man. Come on in. Yeah, you see what I'm saying, man? So it is what it is, man. Like me, they like me. I take all of them on. All of them, they can get together. Race Baiting Nation, Boxing No Ego, Blue, Jabba the Hood, 7 Drew the Midget. You can bring them all together. And I take all the coon heat. I know what they're going to say. Coon, Uncle Tom, Sellout, Sambo. When I see you, I'm going to do this. Coon, Uncle Tom, Sellout, Sambo. When I see you, I'm going to do this.
Now, I'm going to say this, Coach. I'm going to say this for myself. I'm speaking for me only. That's the shit that irritates me more than anything else. I'm going to do this. You're not going to do nothing.
I know.
Because if you was in my face, you wouldn't dare talk to me like that.
Yeah.
But I tell you what, this is what I'm going to start doing. If anybody decides they want to fight with me and they want to do something to me, I'm not going to give you my address, but I'm not stupid. But what I will do is tell you to buy a ticket and fly to LAX. I will come pick you up at the airport and drive you to your ass whooping.
Yeah, that's all right.
I'll drive you to it.
Yeah.
Now, don't think that you're going to come out here in LA and it's going to be Marcus of Queensberry rules, because it's not. It ain't going to be fair. So if you bring your ass out here, I got something for you.
Say it again, kid.
Hey, shout out to Troy Graham. He in the building on Lisa. Hey, let me get this super chat out the way first, Troy. Matt says, thanks for pointing out the hating on Mexicans. The LDBC channels got real double standards with that stuff. Bruh, if they didn't have a double standard, they wouldn't have a standard at all. So remember, guys, when I started this channel 6 months ago, and I said it yesterday, I said I'm standing on this hill, on my own. Not because I'm trying to disregard my brother Shelton or anyone else, or even Troy Graham or whatever. I'm saying that, that I have to fight this battle myself for the simple fact that I used to have that same mentality as them for 24 and a half years. So I know where they're coming from. I can handle them. They lightweight. They're really lightweight.
Mm-hmm.
They're really lightweight. I had a guy tell me, "Oh man, I can't believe you said something about the LDBC. Do you know who they is?" I said, "Yeah, they nobody."
Yeah. Do you know what their do you know what their trigger word is?
What?
Guess what their trigger word is? Canelo. They go
they hate Canelo.
Yeah, you say Canelo, bro. They have a heart attack with that one.
Okay, well, I'm finna give him a heart attack. Canelo Alvarez is the greatest Mexican fighter of all time.
Fine.
Now that's trash. You know that's wrong. It's Salvador Sanchez. Stop it.
Yeah, I know.
Salvador Sanchez.
I know.
Hey, Sean, I know. I'm just trying to get him triggered. That's all.
We're
Just trying to get him triggered. You know what I mean? That's all. But yeah, man. You know, it is what it is, man. Hey, who is Omar McKenzie?
Troy Graham. What's happening, OG? What's going on, OG?
How you doing, brother? I'm doing good, man. I'm enjoying listening to brother over here, man. He has that kind of cadence where I can just sit back and chill. He talk fast, but he's rhythmic. yeah. But
hey, man. Go ahead,
no. But I want to point something out, and I'm not gonna stay on the topic too much. But you know, if you're supposed to be for Black Power, all you have to do, you know, is look no further than the stuff you have on your body. What are you wearing? I guarantee you that none of them wear anything that's owned by a Black-owned company.
No.
Right? Simple as that. Now, I got a secret. It ain't too much of a secret. You know, me, Major Keys, you know, brother Coach right here, and Mark Nash, you know, we all link up on Mondays and do one show. That's my version of building together. All of us have strong personalities, but we see a bigger picture, right?
Right. Yes,
we don't always agree, but we come to this happy medium that is much better to build together than it is to fight apart, right? So I just can't get with this. Oh yeah. You know, we pro-Black, but I'm gonna kill you because you said something I didn't like, and you're Black, right? I'm gonna block you. I'm gonna do this because you said something I don't like. And if you're a female, you know, you XYZ and you Black too because you just come on. That's not Black power. That's called foolishness. It's foolishness.
If you're a Black female, they call a Black female a bed wench. That's how they be talking.
Mm-hmm.
Like you use so many racial epithets against your own people than anybody. You know what I mean? So let me get this out the way, Troy. Shout out to Toon for the super chat. He said that boy Drew hurt, mad at Ish Smith for his stance. He says that he said they have yet to debunk Wilder's claims, and Wilder just said he had no proof. Their mentality. What do you say? Their mentality is gone. Have them somewhere stinking, all of them. Yeah. I mean, it is what it is, man. Those guys is lightweight, man.
But here's my thing. Yeah,
Can I just answer this question, Shelton?
Go ahead, girl. Go ahead.
From J. Brill Bay. Question for Lady Shan. Is it me, or does America seem to have a racial problem bigger than the UK overall? Yep, they do. We're much more multicultural, and we live alongside each other. I'm not saying there's not any racism here, but it's pretty much covert and more systemic. But us as a people, we don't have too many problems like y'all.
Oh, y'all.
Well, see, my biggest problem, I was gonna say, is this: how can you say that you pro-Black and you for supporting your people and bigging up their culture and all this kind of stuff, right? But when a Black woman has a different opinion than you either gonna call her a bunch of bitches and hoes, or you gonna block her. That's crazy to me. I don't understand that at all.
You seen that happen to me, right, Shell?
Yeah.
On a few occasions.
Yeah. It's ridiculous, but they get cussed right back out. I'm undefeated.
Hey, but Troy, let me ask you a question. I'm just to get back on topic. You know, I was listening to an interview with Tyson Fury that he did with Radio Rahim, and he said the issue with Wilder was that Wilder believed his own hype. You know what I mean? Thinking that he can beat everybody and that he's unbeatable. And he talked about bullies. And what really made me listen to this, and I want you to interject, Bold, and I want you to interject Lady Shan as well. Mm-hmm. You know, he talked about bullies, and he brought up, he said this is why Wilder could not handle defeat when I beat him. He explained that if you study history, throughout history, you know, fighters of the past, he only named some of them who were bullies, like the great Sonny Liston. We know he was a bully. George Foreman, Mike Tyson, and Donald Curry. He said when those guys, they was the bullies at that time, and then when they got beaten, they lost, the blueprint was laid out on them, and then how to beat them, and then they never was the same after that. Do you agree with that, Troy? Especially, let me put it in context, especially when you have a fighter who was leading up to the second fight said that I'm gonna bring my 6-inch hammers from Alabama, I'm gonna nail you down, and make sure you don't get back up. He said that I'm gonna make you a Black History trivia question. He said that I'm gonna do this for this and that. I don't want, he made it racial. That was the famous To This Day interview with Radio Rahim. He came out in an all-black costume. He had a Black Lives Matter rapper / activist bringing to the ring. He said he don't care nothing about the gypsies and he's gonna do this and that. Tyson Fury's pillow fist. He don't believe he's gonna come forward and fight me. And then this guy takes you in the ring and he beats the breaks off of you on Black History Month in front of everybody. Mm-hmm. What does that do to a person, a bully, psychologically? When you get beat by a fighter who you think that is a lesser opponent than you?
Well, to be honest with you, first I'm going to tackle the whole bully thing. He was a pretender. He was never a bully. Okay. He was never a bully. He was really a pretender. And then as far as the psychological thing, it breaks them down. Because if you're not strong enough to be yourself in the first place, and then you get beat for 7 rounds and don't win 1 round out of that 7, you're gonna ask yourself a ton of questions quietly, but you'll never be bold enough to ask them out loud and heal, right? And obviously he hasn't done that, because we haven't once heard him say, I've actually moved on and I've taken the loss like a man. He was just a better man that night. So he's broken in a sense, but we'll see what happens, man. I have my own opinions on the fight, but he's actually broken because all he had was boxing. After that, what did he have?
Yeah, you're right about that. So, Lady Shan, what do you think? Do you think that Fury has a point? I mean, regardless of how you feel about either fighter, I'm just saying, I just want to address the merits of what Fury said as it relates to someone who has a bully mentality. Like Troy said, he was a pretender, and I agree with that because he fought a bunch of C-class fighters. Mm-hmm. But I'm saying, from a mentality standpoint, do you think that someone is steadily feeding you, you're 10 times better than Muhammad Ali, you're the greatest boxer, whatever, you know, everybody's afraid of you, you got that right hand from Alabama, and then a guy who's pillow-fisted, who's white, on Black History Month, who came to the ring on the throne with a robe on and a crown on his head, and he told you, this what I'm going to do to you. I'm going to beat you like Black Jack Mulligan did Kevin Sullivan in 82 at the Armory. This is wrestling, old school, telling my age. That's what I'm going to do to you. And he does it in front of all of your Wakanda ice. How do you feel about that?
That's, it's dented his ego. His ego he's weak mentally. If he was as strong as what he said he was, this wouldn't affect him to this degree. He's weak. He's broken. Fury's got a point. As much as I don't rock with Fury, he's got a damn point. Yeah, he broken.
Bo, what do you think, brother?
Yeah, I agree. I was watching Blood Boxing joint yesterday, and somebody asked him a question, and they made a comparison between Wilder and Ronda Rousey. When Ronda Rousey got beat down, she just kind of like went silent, and it was making that comparison. So I think it's just that aura. Once that all left out and nobody really respects you anymore, it's like when you look at that press conference, Wilder had nothing to say, and I think he was pretty much embarrassed.
Hey, listen, Troy, I want to address this to you, Shan and Bold. I want to bring this to you also. I forgot something. Hey, Mueller's on 27. Thank you so much for bringing this up. Malik Scott, when he was being interviewed by Radio Rahim was asking him some real objective questions. To me, he's like the best interviewer out there, in my opinion, in the sport of boxing, in my opinion. But Radio Rahim said he brought up the allegations and stuff like that. Malik Scott said, listen, he kind of deflected from the allegations. He said, listen, Wilder had an off night that night. Now, this is what Malik Scott said. Malik Scott is very articulate. I like Malik Scott, but he said Wilder just had an off night. He said, what about the allegations? He said, listen, I'm not saying anything about allegations. All I'm saying is Wilder had an off night that night. If that's what Wilder believes, so be it. I'm not talking about Mark Breland or anything dealing with the situation that's related to that. He said, as of right now, I'm saying that Wilder just had an off night. And he's been consistent at saying that. Why do you think that Malik Scott is not talking about those allegations that's still prevalent right now today, 16 months later, from Fury and Wilder's fanboy base? He has a crazy fanboy base. Oh my God! But anyways, why do you think that he's still, you know what I mean? Why Malik Scott is steering away from that? And Malik just said he just had a bad night that night.
because he knows deep down it's not true. And if they pursue, I'm sure, which I've been told that they've been legally advised that within this run up to the fight, that they shouldn't mention any defamatory comments. So so Malik Scott knows it's not true, and because of the legalities of the matter.
Troy, what do you think, brother?
I was gonna say something similar to that. He probably was just told to not answer those questions, just to step away from them and just say, I'm, I don't plan on answering them, or just say no comment.
And Bo, what do you think?
I mean, I could agree with what y'all saying. My thing is he's probably thinking like, well, hey, I wasn't even there at the fight. I wasn't in the corner. I truly don't know what really happened. So I'm not going to interject into this, these allegations.
Okay, yeah, absolutely, and I totally agree with that. And I think, me personally, I think this is why Wilder did not answer. This is why he did not want to say anything to the media. Now, of course, his supporters are going to say, "Oh, he didn't want to say nothing to the media because they don't give him a fair shake." Okay, cool, right? I have a different take on that. I think that he didn't want to say anything to the media because a fair shake meaning we're going to give you softball questions. We're going to stroke you like Ellie Setback did. Ellie Setback is good at stroking and making you feel good and massaging you and stuff like that. He's really good at that. He does that. I don't like Ellie Setback, to be honest with you. But he doesn't have an objective bone in his body. It's like he's afraid of the black fighters. He gets around him, he kisses up to him, he sucks up to him. And as a reporter, you're supposed to ask objective questions. You see what I'm saying? Be fair and balanced. But man, the stuff that he does, I just don't respect his work, to be honest with you myself. But he knew that if I was to stand up and take questions from these reporters, they're not going to handle me with kid gloves. They are going to ask me about all of the allegations that I said I had proof of and that I was going to show. And he didn't, that's why I think he didn't answer any questions.
You would think that like they class us as new media and old media he doesn't want to speak to. But at the end of the day, I'm not saying that new media doesn't count. But if you've got such a stance on your views, wouldn't you want it everywhere to be? You would want old media, which has a vast amount of places where they transmit or where they, publicize. Wouldn't you want old media to hear about your struggles or black people's struggles? Wouldn't you want it to go everywhere? It doesn't make any sense. You know what,
Shane? But as it relates to this, I think that, with all due respect, the black people's struggles, what you're saying with Wilder and stuff like that, I think that's a different. That would be. I agree with you. I agree exactly what you're saying, but that would be a different topic as it relates to this particular fight. He specifically said, him and his fanboy base specifically said that we have proof, we have this, we have that, we have A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and they haven't shown one iota of anything. My issue was, and Anthony Breland was on yesterday, I said my problem was, the nail in the coffin for me was that, damn, Mark Breland got thrown under the bus. This man was receiving death threats based on a lie that Deontay Wilder said on this man. You lied on this man. You lied on this man. You see what I'm saying? And he's black. Mark Breland is arguably one of the greatest Olympic fighters that America ever produced. Like literally, I mean, I'm speaking facts.
That's right.
So you talk all this black stuff, but you say some of the most vilest and wickedest and evil things against your own people when they don't agree with you.
Yeah. Coach, let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question, Coach. Let me ask you a question on that point you just made. Don't that kind of sound like a slave mentality to you?
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
It does.
Don't it?
Yeah.
I don't like them field niggas. Them niggas too black. Let's keep the field niggas out there. Us house niggas is better.
Yeah.
That's what it sounds like. Because you hating on your own people for personal gain.
Yeah.
And I don't understand why people can't see that. You hating on Jamel Charlo because he don't believe what you said. You hating on anybody who doesn't rock with your narrative. You hating on anybody who ain't big up in you and slandering everybody else. Come on, dude.
Yeah.
I can't believe you people don't see that.
Yeah. Coach, someone wants the link.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Sorry about that.
Hooligan music.
Okay. Hooligan music. Yeah. Hey, Hooligan, we can if you come on. I'm not saying you will, but if you come on, try not to do a lot of cursing, man. YouTube YouTube, they'll ding your boy for that. But anyways,
hey, Coach, I got a question, Coach. So you hear like a lot of these people, that rise with Wilder, the LDBC and whatnot, and even Earl Spence.
right.
Do you think that Americans should only cheer for American fighters when they fight somebody that's, from another country?
Me, I can't speak for Americans. I can speak for me. Me, I love the sport of boxing. When I pull for a fighter, now I have my one of my favorite fighters is Terrence Crawford. I don't make no bones about that. So I am a little biased towards Terrence Crawford. As you notice, I don't even shoot I don't have a bunch of videos on Terrence Crawford. I do that because one, he doesn't have a fight coming up, so there's really nothing to talk about with him. And I spoke to Bernie the boxer, and he explained to me what's going on. But I say this: when I look at a fighter, I look at the skill set. Now, if you have an emotional connection to a fighter, there's nothing wrong with that. If you have an emotional connection to Wilder and you feel like I'm just gonna pull for him, because he's black, that's one thing. But stay consistent. Don't say you're gonna pull for him because he's black, but Jermell Charlo needs to be slapped. But Jermell Charlo was black too. Why does he need to be slapped? Oh, Terrence Crawford is Toby. Oh, Anthony Joshua is a house N-word, house nigga. We don't like any other black fighters. I'm like, dude, they're like, hold on, this ain't making no sense to me. You see what I'm saying? Like, keep that same energy. So don't sit back and tell me you support black fighters. You don't support black fighters. You support people who fits your narrative. And if they don't fit your narrative, you will turn on your own kind, and you will even threaten them with violence. How do I know? Because I receive them all the time. It's funny to me because I know if these guys see me, they wouldn't do nothing. I know that. But it's like I can't even, you talk all this pro kumbaya stuff, but you are the main ones that will threaten your own kind with violence if they don't get in line. And I hate bullies. Every time they threaten me, man, I just tighten up even more. I just tighten up even more. Because you at home punching on the keyboard behind the avatar, talking about what you're gonna do.
Yeah,
nothing. Use a bitch. Bottom line, use a bitch. But look, check this out, Coach. Now, this is to Chan. Chan, I think you remember this, right? You remember when Blue was on your channel?
Yeah.
And you was checking him on how racist and evil and mean-spirited his chat was?
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember what he said to you? I was there. What he said was, well, I can't tell people what to say.
Yep.
And your reply was, no, you can't tell people what to say, but you feed into it.
Mm-hmm.
So how could you say, because Blue, I'm gonna tell you, Blue is an intelligent dude. Shut up. Yep. Blue's an intelligent dude. He's smart. He knows what's going on, but he's feeding into it because it's profitable to him. And that's the shit I don't like.
That's what I don't like. Yeah. So who is the real sellout then?
Mm-hmm.
Who's the real
I ain't gotta say it. You just gave the answer. I ain't gotta say shit.
Yeah. There you go.
And then if you're talking about harming your own people, I'm gonna pull up. I'm gonna do this. Shan, I was on your show. We're not gonna say the dude names. I'm not gonna give him any energy like that. But I'm gonna beat your such and such. I F your B. Your B like me. Come to Memphis, homie. I got shooters.
Yeah. all because you didn't agree with like you're being a Tyson Fury fanboy, and that's what it sparked. That load of it's just ridiculous. That's the epitome of when you're being a fanboy or a fangirl, where that was ridiculous. That was.
Right. I mean, I got threatened with violence. I'm gonna beat you up when I see you. Yeah, and I got shooters.
I don't like when he be like when he be threatening people. Like that's the one thing I don't co-sign. But one thing I can say, when he be trolling the mess out of Fred, that joint be a little bit comical. Because he be trolling them on that Deontay Wilder joint.
Trolling every day. He did it yesterday as well. It was hilarious. I was just like, yo.
Oh, Joe B. Troy, what you think about this? Remember when
Yeah.
Judah Midget, he was on Fred Barbershop, and he told Sugar Hill, I wish you would have burned up in the car fire.
Oh,
You wish that? Yeah.
who said that? I mean, you give me an idea. Wow.
Drew the Titan said that.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
And I actually, when I had Fred on my show, I addressed this with Fred, and he was like, "There's nothing that he can do about that type of stuff." And I said, "Yeah, you can. You can put your moderator of your own channel. You can tell someone that's gone a step too far. That's out of order. For me, when you don't say anything, you're as bad as the person that's saying what they're saying. Silence speaks 1,000 words." And I said to him, "You may not believe in anything biblical, but sins of the father get betrothed onto the sons. So watch yourself."
You gotta be careful with the words you speak.
They want to say that they can't censor nobody. That's bullshit. You censor people all the time, Fred, if you don't like what they're talking about.
Yeah.
Don't say you can't. You just didn't want to that night.
Yeah, basically.
Who is Omar McKenzie? Y'all know who that is?
Mm-hmm. Why?
No, but let me step in here and say something. You really have to be careful with the words you put out into this universe, because they're seeds, and they're gonna come back at you in some way, shape, or form. If I threaten any of you, right, it's gonna come back at me in some way, shape, or form, because that's just how the spirituality of the world works, man. I'm not joking about that either.
Mm-hmm.
I don't listen. There's only one person I said I want to break your fucking neck, and then I apologized to him. Sorry for cursing. Sorry. But he took me somewhere dark, and I don't go dark, right? Then I apologized to him. Really, I was apologizing to my own spirit, right?
Yeah.
Because I had to get it off me, and I couldn't. It just threw me off. But anyway, this is too far. Wow.
Hellfire, car fire, hope you burn up in a car fire.
That's out of control, man.
Yeah. You're right. That energy can come back to them. I used to be like in a certain group on I was a part of it. I just watch it on YouTube and whatnot. They called it the Black Sector, right? And I see these dudes like getting at each other so much to the point that they doxing each other, sending drones over other people's houses, knocking on each other's doors, running away. And I'm sitting up here like, man, somebody gonna get hurt behind this crack, man.
That is just ridiculous. Yeah, Tay Jones threatened someone as well. Someone said it in the chat. Yeah, threatened him too. You've got Javon Sugar Hill as a guest, and you allow those types of people, your homies, to come through and beam in and talk to a guy like this. We're gonna see you at the next fight. You burn in a car fire. You're a traitor. That couldn't happen on my channel. You'd be off.
Yeah, well, this is what I say. Like, when you come on this show, Bold, no one is going to disrespect you. Shelton, my co-host, no one's going to disrespect you. Lady Shan, no one's going to disrespect you. Troy, no one's going to disrespect you. I had some LDBC guys come over. I'm not going to let them get disrespected either. But if they are disrespectful, you see what I'm saying? Then I'm gonna have to kick them out. These are my rules. We're not going to come on here. You're not going to be disrespecting people, threatening violence. That's not going to happen on my channel. So if you want to do that, you can take that to those channels because they allow that. So because I'm going to control what happens over here. You are going to respect the guests. I have too much respect for Troy, too much respect for Lady Shan, too much respect for Bold, and even people who don't agree with me, I will let them come on, and as long as they're respectful, they can say their piece. And I say, listen, bro, you can talk till your lips fall off. We just going to agree to disagree. I don't agree with your narrative. I'm not going for it. So when they say, well, I can't stop people from saying what they want to say, but yet you're sitting back smiling while they're saying it, that means you are enjoying it and you are encouraging it with your body language. I'm not going to do that. No one, I can tell you what, you can come on this channel anytime. I promise you won't be disrespected. If someone disrespect you, I'm gonna cut him off right there and then, and I'm gonna block him. He can't get back on here anymore. I'm not tolerating that because this is a boxing channel. I only want supporters who love the sport of boxing. I don't want fanboys. I'm not trying to get a whole bunch of subscribers from everybody. If you support that foolishness, I don't want you here. I don't want your super chats. I don't want your support. I don't want none of it. I'm good. I don't need the money. I'm fine. Trust me, I'm good. You know, we're just trying to build a real boxing channel over here. I don't like that disrespect.
Yeah.
Sorry about that for talking so much.
Yeah. No. No. It's I just find it amazing. Like coming into the boxing world, and I didn't know all of this existed. I came from music, from the music world into the boxing world. I've never had any disrespect in the music world, and then saw this. Just divisive. It's just it's cancerous to the sport. Like it's nothing to do with the sport. So if you like a man or a fighter more than the sport, what are you going to do when that fighter retires?
Right. You see what I'm saying? And then you threaten violence against your own people. Like you talk about this white man stuff all the time, but I only see you black guys threatening other black guys. That's all you do. You threaten them. So I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna pull up. Dude, the only pull up you're gonna do is when you go to the gym and jump on the pull up bar. That's the only pull up you're gonna do. That's it. That's all you're gonna do. You know, you're an internet gangster. You're not gonna do anything. We know this. Like, cut it out. Cut the tough guy stuff out. If we disagree, we disagree. But I'm not gonna go straight to physical violence against your own people. Especially in America, and that's bad here in America because the number one killer of black people in America is black people. This is facts. If you don't believe me, go pull up some statistics on Chicago. 3-year-old babies and 7-year-old babies getting killed left and right in Chicago from drive-bys and stuff like that. Go to Baltimore, where Troy's at. Go to Atlanta, Georgia right now. Go to Miami, where I'm at, and go to Liberty City and Overtown and P. Ryan's and all that stuff there. You see what I'm saying? You know, you started perpetuating the violence against your own people, but yet you're talking about you support your own people while threatening your own people at the same time. I just don't get it.
Hey, Troy, what part of Baltimore are you in?
Man, I'm over here close to what the hell am I? South Baltimore, man. I'm in South Baltimore.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I used to live out there.
Yeah.
So you over there near Cherry Point then?
Hill.
Oh, Cherry Hill. Yeah, Cherry Hill. Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah, Cherry Hill. Yeah.
Hey,
Hooligan wants to come in, coach. I don't know if Hooligan said he's waiting.
Yeah, I dropped the link, but every time I drop a link, there's somebody named McKenzie.
Yeah, he said that's him. He said, he said he's waiting backstage or something.
Yeah. But listen, brother, when I try to put you in, it said it's a bad connection. It's a bad connection, and it won't allow me to bring him in.
He probably doesn't have his mic hooked up or his video hooked up. He got to have at least one of those hooked up before he could get in.
Yeah, and that's what it is. That's what it is. It's like and this is what I love about Troy. Like Troy and Major Key Boxing, they doing some legendary stuff over there, man. Please subscribe to Major Key Boxing, Major Key Mondays every Monday. Please subscribe to Major Key Boxing, man. That's a damn good boxing channel. I love that community. They have a very good, healthy. Please subscribe to Lady Shan. You know, Lady Shan be riding hard now. She have to. She'll be with it. but all out seriousness, right? I just want to just support great boxing content because we are all boxing content creators. That's all we are. You know, I'm not a gangster. I'm not the internet John Gotti, but I'm not no pushover neither. I'm 47 years old. I'll be 50 soon. My new age is almost 50. So that's my age. But all this tough guy stuff. But when you see the police and you see other people who you say who are your enemy, you don't keep that same energy. But someone like me or a boxing trainer like Sugar Hill, you send them death threats and you wish this and that happened to him. I mean, come on, man. This is
unacceptable. Shelton's backstage and Hooligan Music still saying, Shan, tell coach it's me.
Yeah. Listen, I got you. Listen, right now I'm looking at them. It said they will need to connect their mic/cam before you can add them on the stream. This is what it's saying, Hooligan Music. You're going to need to connect your microphone and camera. Huh?
Yeah, I wonder why it's saying that, Tim. Because he can still have not just his AV, but his devices are not connected. Maybe.
Yeah. Once it reads it connected, then it will allow him to come in.
See. I just brought Shelton in just now. So I see you. I see you on Hooligan Music. I see you, brother, but it's not allowing me to bring you in because it's saying that you need to connect your microphone or your camera before you can be added to the stream. That's the problem.
Mm-hmm.
That's the problem. And listen, Troy, Shan, and Shelton, and Bo, this is what gets me. These dudes are in their 40s.
I know.
Listen. Now,
Wow.
Troy, now the Alphabet Boy fan base, they are little kids. They're like teenagers and maybe 30 years old or maybe in their 20s. So I can understand them having low IQs or operating on a low frequency. But these guys are in their 40s in the Alphabet Boy channels. Some of them are even 50. They are too old
for this
to be
shit.
acting like that.
Any thought, Coach?
Go ahead.
I didn't give that any thought at all.
I did. I've said it to them. I said, you guys, most of you guys are in your 40s and 50s, and you look at yourself in the mirror like that as big men and feel happy to be who you are. You should feel embarrassed.
Troy, wait a minute. Troy, you gonna sit here and tell me that thought never crossed your mind? You can't tell me that thought never crossed your mind on who you dealing with.
I don't care that much about them.
Bro.
No, Sheldon, little Sheldon. I don't care that much about them. That's why the thought never crossed my mind. I don't give a damn about them. That's why it never crossed my mind at all. I just don't give a.
I think about it all the time. I'm like, damn, I can't believe sometimes I'm actually talking to 35, 40, 45-year-old dudes talking about, I'm going to fuck you up. I'm going to come get you. Where you at? Drop your address. Come on, dude. Are you serious? Really?
Sweet.
Really? Really? That's what you think is that serious for you? That's crazy to me.
Yeah, it's waste man behavior. Yeah, for real. Waste.
Oh my.
Hey, so I'm gonna give you some energy one time, and then I'm gonna ignore you. What do you say? Wilder is your king too. You guys made a career. You don't even know how to spell career first, so I know you got to be 18, 19 years old. So I'm not even gonna address you. Learn how to spell first, brother. Learn how to spell first.
A Corey? We made a Corey? What's a Corey, bro?
Yeah, learn how to spell first. You know that. You know, do that. Shout out to Lil Billy for the super chat. He said no matter what the color, there are two types of people: elevators and drains. Elevators lift you up and they make you feel like you're breathing fresh air. Drains drag you down and make you feel dirty.
Nice.
Yeah, these brothers are operating on a low frequency.
Yeah,
they're operating on a low frequency.
I was told that they was operating on such a high frequency. That's what I was told. They operate on a higher frequency than the rest of us. Ridiculous. Yeah. That is just they're just cult members, but they don't realize, because people that are a part of a cult don't realize they're in a cult.
Let me ask you something, Coach. Let me ask you something. This is to the whole panel. Everybody here has a favorite fighter, right? My favorite fighter fighting right now today is Terrence Crawford, right?
Yeah, mine too.
Okay, I woke up this morning, and like every morning, I wake up, I get myself together, take a shower, I check my bank account, right?
Right.
I looked at mine twice today. Terrence still ain't sent me a goddamn dime. Ain't sent me shit. So I don't understand how you could be so emotionally invested in somebody who don't even know you.
I know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
To the point to where you're willing to catch a case for him, catch a charge, and take someone else's life.
Is he gonna bail you out? Is he gonna come bail you?
I mean, shit. Just think about that. This fighter who does not know you, you're willing to catch a case, a charge for him, and willing to take another man's life and do the rest of your life in jail or get the gas chamber, all because you got overly emotional because someone said something that you didn't like about your favorite fighter, and that fighter don't even know you, don't give a damn about you.
Imagine being in jail.
Another man.
Imagine being
another
in prison,
man, y'all.
Yeah, imagine
a
being
man
in
behind another man.
Yeah, imagine being in prison and the guy, your inmate goes, so what are you in here for? And you're like, killing someone. They're like, what? Why? What happened? I was representing Deontay Wilder. You are a mockery. You're a mockery.
You're gonna be a pack of cigarettes. That's what you're gonna be.
think it'll be a pack of cigarettes.
Ridiculous. Ridiculous.
Lady Sham. Hey, Lady Sham.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, he's gonna be a pack of cigarettes. He's gonna be brushing somebody's hair.
He's gonna be brushing somebody's hair.
Yes.
He's gonna be somebody's bee. For real.
Man.
Just brush the ear. Brush the ear, man. Brush the ear.
You're gonna go from Timmy to to Tina real quick.
To Tammy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh,
Brush
man.
To the guy in the chat, to the guy in the chat, that's exactly what we're talking about in this moment. Okay, somebody said something about Blue Blood Sports TV. Why are you so enraged? They didn't say it to you.
Right.
Somebody talking about Blue Blood. So what business is that of yours?
Which comment is that?
There's a comment.
Okay, I'm gonna do it right now. Hey, shout out to Second Ezra for the super chat. You say those guys on the other side are a bunch of degenerates. I totally agree. Who's his brother is?
I'm looking for it right now, Coach.
Don't worry about it. You're driving. I'll find it. You're driving. I want you to.
Yeah.
Yeah. They got
Hamilton Steel.
Oh, I think he'll troll. I'm not even gonna answer that dude. I think he'll troll. You know, I had a guy to come on this channel, you know, in the chat. He was like, why you talking about such and such? Why do you keep talking about them? I said, because I want to.
It's my channel. Yeah.
And guess what? When you come back tomorrow, I'm gonna talk about them again and again and again.
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep talking about them until I get tired of it.
It's ridiculous. They try to control. Ridiculous. I get upset as well. I get upset in the comments. Why?
I found him.
Hey, but look, thank you for the time there, brother. I'm gonna jump off. We got a show at 6:30, if I'm correct, man. 6:30. Yeah, we got her.
That's you, Troy?
Yeah, man. We have a guest coming on, Melissa Odessa Parker.
I know that.
Female boxer. Yeah, I'll send you the link, brother.
Oh man, listen.
Bro, appreciate you.
I mean, I love, man. You know, I love the women boxers, man. I love the women boxers.
Good.
Love them.
Good. I'll set me on. Well, you know, I'll definitely send you the link, brother. It's no problem.
Hey, Troy, this going to be on your channel, or is this going to be on
the Major Key? Yeah, Major Key Boxing.
Okay. All right, cool.
Yes, sir.
I'm there, Troy. You know that. I'm there, brother.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, man. I got to get my old man nap for the show, man. So. Yeah. Before I leave, though, hold on, everybody. Lady Shan.
Yeah.
Take out that brush and brush that hair for me, Lady Shan.
Here we go.
I'll talk to you later.
Hey, salute to my brother Troy Graham, man. Hit the Ali Bell for Troy, man. Hey, Rachel say they are emotionally invested because Wilder represents something about themselves. Subconsciously, they are fighting for themselves. Yeah, a lot of those, mostly when you see people have that mindset, they are losers in life. They're not happy. They're bitter. They're angry. They probably didn't have their fathers in their life, and they're just miserable, and they want everyone else to be miserable. If you look at a lot of those guys, some of those guys, because I don't, you know, a lot of the subscribers, they send me messages in my DM all the time. Man, check this out. This guy said this. I want you to talk about this, and I'll check it out and look at it. They're always mad, always bitter, always looking mean. Always, you know, I'm like, these old ass dudes are miserable. These dudes are like they on their 40s. They are miserable.
Most of them are older than you, Mal.
Yeah, some of them are older than me, and it's like, oh my, bro,
What's so crazy is this, Coach? You always talk about your story. I'm gonna give you a little bit of mine. I was just like them. I was in and out of prison, got out of the military, didn't know what to do with myself, in and out of prison. Doing all kind of bullshit, hating life, blaming the white man for everything that happened. The last time I got locked up, they gave me 12 years at 85%. So I had to do 10 years, 8 months, and 10 days. And that gave me time to sit down and evaluate and look at my life and what I had done. And what happened for me is once I stopped blaming everybody else for the decisions that I made, my life turned around, my life changed. I went from being a felon with no hope to a general foreman for a concrete construction company making $130,000 a year, just by changing my mindset.
Good on you. Congrats.
Just
Good
by
on you.
changing your mindset. You can't have this victimhood. The Wilder is pushing this victimhood mindset. And I'm telling you, not something I heard about. Not some shit I read in a book. I'm telling you something that I know. If you keep pursuing that mindset, you're not going to go very far.
Mm-hmm. You're going to limit yourself.
Nah, you're right about that. They won't go very far. It is what it is, man. And that's why I bang on it so hard, because, I see it what it is. And I'm like, man, you know what, man? I'm not afraid. You're not going to bully me. I hate bullies. I have a friend of mine. Well, he passed away named Willie Nelson. He passed away last year of a drug overdose. But Willie Nelson hated bullies. He was the type of guy. He was the type of guy when he was in the feds, right? He'll find out who's supposed to be the baddest guy. And they'll say, oh, that dude right there, he's nothing to be messed up with. Willie will go right over there and smash him, because Willie can fight. He can get out. You know what I mean? Yeah. And that's what he used to do. But he was that guy. He was that guy. And he wasn't that big. He was like 5'8". But he hated bullies. Like, I hate bullies. I hate bullies. So when you try to internet bully me, yeah, you know who he is? Yeah, y'all the alphabet boys.
Yeah.
I got a jacket called. I got merchandise called the LDBC Killer.
Yeah.
That's how not afraid I am of you guys.
Mm-hmm.
You're nobody.
Yeah, not giving it the energy.
You're in your 40s, and some of you in your 50s. You're my age and older, and you act like little children.
I sent you some clips on Instagram. On WhatsApp just a minute ago of what I saw this morning. So you can check it out. If you have a break while we're in the commentary, you can check it out. You might want to comment.
Hey, Jan, did you get a chance to watch that fight I sent you?
Not yet. Haven't done my homework. I will do, Shell. I will. I know I'm delayed, but there's so much stuff to consume and watch. And then by the time I look, it's like 5 a.m. here. And it's like, damn.
Nooney says there's nothing wrong with identifying with the boxer because it represents who you are. No, they don't. If a boxer doesn't represent who I am, I love the sport of boxing. If I love the sport of boxing and that fighter can fight, that's my connection to that fighter. I don't know that fighter personally. If I identify with a boxer, and let's say this boxer is a rapist or he's a piece of trash outside of the ring, that doesn't represent who I am. You see what I'm saying? So I totally disagree with that, Noonie. But if you identify with a boxer and that boxer that you identify with represents who you are, then you have to speak for that, speak for you personally. But as it relates to me, there's no fighter represents who I am. And so I just have to disagree with that as it relates to that. We can agree to disagree on that, brother. Hooligan music is doing the same thing, brother. It keeps saying that they would not connect. You would need to connect your microphone and camera before I can add you to the stream. So I don't know what's going on your end.
You need to go into his settings or something, I think,
right.
And try hook it up that way. Big up Silverstream. Hi.
So this what I'm gonna do, man. Right now we're finna get ready to wrap everything up. We're finna get ready to wrap it up. You know what I mean?
Because it's Thursday, huh, Coach? It's Thursday.
Yeah, no, it ain't even that. It's just I try to keep it. I'm trying not to ride 3-4 hours. I'm just gonna do 2 hours and let everybody rock, man. But Lady Shan, is there anything you want to say, sis, before we wrap it up?
To this day.
Hey, I'll let them know you're going back on, Shan, so we can. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to the Lady Shan channel. Please go over there and check it out.
Yeah, just check me out. Click on my name, Lady Shan. I have a show called Come Box with Shan. So Lady Shan Dundham season. You can find me, YouTube, Google, whatever. Instagram, the same name, at Lady Shan, as you see on the screen. Twitter, at Lady Shan. Snapchat, at Lady Shan. Yeah. Thanks for
you going live, Chan?
Say that. When am I going live?
When you going live?
Okay, so, yeah. Guys, tap in tomorrow at, it's going to be 6:30 p.m. Eastern time.
And 11:30 your time.
Yeah, 11:30 my time. I'm having a special guest. I may as well announce it. I'm going to have Paulie Maginali on the show tomorrow.
Oh, listen, man, send me the link, man.
That's going to be interesting. I'm coming.
If you interviewing him, I know you're probably going to be a one-on-one interview, so go ahead. I'll be there to support that. Just let me know.
Yeah,
time out there.
definitely.
Because they're attacking him too. They attacked him too.
Yeah.
Oh man,
Yeah,
they've been attacking him for
too.
years.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
so this will be a good link up. Yeah, that was me on Tim Westwood. Somebody asked, was I on a show years ago called Tim Westwood? Yep, that was me.
All right, so please go to Lady Shan channel. You know, she's gonna have Paulie Marjolani on at tomorrow. What time? What you said? 6:30?
Yeah, 6:30 Eastern time. Yep.
Yeah,
So
man, absolutely.
that'll be 7:30 Central. 7:30 Central. I don't know what it is on Pacific. Shelton may know.
If it's 7:30
Oh, you said
Central,
7:30 Central, so that'd be like 8:30 Eastern time.
Yeah, that's going to be 5:30. That's going to be 5:30 West Coast time. Where Shelton's at.
Yeah, if it's 8:30, that's 5:30. It's 7:30 Central, that's 5:30 my time.
And bold, it's 6:30 Eastern.
That's 3:30 my time. 3:30 California time.
And then Central will be. I thought Central was an hour ahead.
No, they're hour behind.
Oh, okay, got you. So
that'll be 5:30 Central.
Yeah, I'll put it up in the community, and I'll make the I'll make the StreamYard link so you guys can see it, and it will give you the times on your side. But yeah, keep your notification bells on as well. And
we're gonna pull up. We're gonna pull up.
Pull up. Go now. Go.
All right, Lady Shan, man. Salute to you, sis. I'm gonna hit you up later.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
All right. Let's hit the Ali Bell for Lady Shan. Since my boxes, my roadcast is low. I don't know why it's low, but I'll figure it out. You know what I mean? Hold on. Sorry about that, brother. Anything you want to say, brother, before we wrap the show up? To close the show?
Great stream as always, Coach. Everybody tune in to Major Key Boxing tonight at 6:30 Eastern. That's gonna be a good show. Find your own way, man. I mean, it's good to like a fighter and like his skill set, but all this following guys like they're your leader, and you got to find your own way in this life, man. You got to love the sport of boxing. Don't love boxers. Love the sport of boxing. Because when Wilder's gone and Spence is gone and Crawford and all these dudes are gone, boxing is still going to be here. We promote the sport of boxing. That's what we love. So find your own way. Great show. I'll see you guys tomorrow, man. Have a great day.
All right, let's hit the Ali Bell from my brother Shell, man. Bo, I'm gonna let you wrap it up, brother. You're gonna finish it off.
All right, I ain't really got too much more to add to that, but it's another great show, and I'm definitely gonna be catching y'all this evening on Major Keys. 6:30?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Tomorrow I'll be back on your show, Coach, and then hitting Lady Shan up, man. But as always, man, another great show, man.
All right, thank you so much, man. Salute to my brother Bo, man. Bo, anything you ever need, you know my number. Just hit me up, man. If I can help you, I'll help you anytime, bro. You're a good brother. I got much love for you and respect. All right, man. Salute to my brother Bo. All right, guys, you know how we do it. We're gonna wrap it up. I'm gonna go ahead and give everybody a shout out who's here. Shout out to the Queen Lee Luna. Shout out to the Queen Lee Luna. Hit the Ali Bell right now. Shout out to Peter Barnarts. Shout out to Jeff Lucietta. Shout out to Ignorant Boxing. Shout out to the Kine. Shout out to Kine. You know what I mean? He say Bomb Squad. Okay. Shout out to you two anyways, though. Shout out to Jabril Bay. Shout out to Sneezer. Shout out to Rachel. Shout out to Noir. Neor. Sorry about this. Shout out to Neor. Shout out to King KO. Shout out to Noonie. Noonie, salute to you, fam. Shout out to Paul CX. Shout out to Lil Bullet. Shout out to you, brother. Let's see. Shout out to Dennis Conley. Shout out to Bon Scott. Shout out to Self. Shout out to Dragon Leg. Shout out to my brother Troy Brown, and shout out to Major Key Boxing. Shout out to my brother Shelton Moore. Shout out to Lady Shan. Shout out to my brother Bold, and all of the guests who came on. Shout out to King KO. Shout out to Johnny Blaze. Johnny Blaze, what's going on, fam? Shout out to Halim. Halim, what's going on? Salute to you, brother. Shout out to Coach Asgi and Halim, and shout out to MTK Global. I will be wearing my MTK Global shirt tomorrow, Halim. I will be wearing my MTK Global shirt tomorrow. Shout out to the Paul Young. Shout out to my brother Ronald Finkley. Ron, what's going on, fam? Shout out to Macaron. Shout out to Macaronian. Shout out to the Lifetime Eon. Shout out to Bon Scott. Shout out to Steve in the UK. Shout out to who else we have? Shout out to Fried Third Eye. Shout out to RG. Who else we have? Shout out to OG, triple OG, double OG, quadruple OG. Shout out to you, fam. Let's see. Shout out to who else we have? I don't want to repeat the same name. Oh yeah, shout out to my sister Lisa Bells who was here. Shout out to my sister Carmen Serene. Shout out to you. Shout out to Super Kells. Shout out to John Wick. Let's see who else we have. Shout out to Peter Barn Arts. I want to make sure I get everybody. Shout out to Javis Bickle. Shout out to Joe B. Dragon Leg. Let's see who else we have. Shout out to Best Life. Shout out to Wole. Wole, what's going on, fam? Shout out to Denver. Oh, Philly Fly. I think Philly Fly was here earlier. Shout out to Philly Fly as well. Shout out to Annalise. Shout out to you. Shout out to Annalise. Shout out to you, sis. Shout out to you, sis. Much respect, Queen. Let's see. Shout out to who else we got? Shout out to Angus. Shout out to Cool 123. Who else we have? Shout out to Eddie Val. Who else we have? John Wick. Shout out to Ward 2C, Wardy 2C. Shout out to Best Life. Shout out to Mark Morris. Shout out to my brother Charlo. Shout out to Alchemist 73. Shout out to I said Jabril Bay. Who else? Shout out to Paul CX. Shout out to Corn Kid. Shout out to Jess Blaze. Oh yeah, shout out to King KO. Shout out to Uncle Dave Zilla. And let's recognize this super chat. Shout out to Eggwake for the super chat, man. Salute to you, fam. High end chat as always from Coach and the regulars. Thanks. Yeah, thanks to you, fam. Shout out to Lady Shan once again. Tune in to her show. Lady Shan was gonna have Paulie Margellani on tomorrow. I think she said 6:30 Eastern Standard Time. So I don't know which time zone you're in, but she's gonna have him on. I got much love for Paulie. I don't agree with everything he says, but Paulie is very he is very objective. And he's not going to toe the line. He's going to call it like he see it. So other than that, who else we have? In Major Kickboxing, please tune in Major Kickboxing at 6:30. Please tune in. I will be there. Shout out to my brother. Shout out to Troy. Shout out to Troy as well. And other than that, this is our boy Coach Malachi Williams, represent for New Today USA Boxing. We will be back tomorrow at 3 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. And peace.
Man, I'm out of here, bro. Let's go.